Hello, and good morning. Hi.
Oh,
My name is Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay, and we are falling out of space. So, a quick recap from last time, and everyone will get a chance to introduce themselves in a moment, but we are going to do it in media res. So, last time, our intrepid heroes found themselves tricked onto the rocket that Noir, no, yeah, Noir's mom tricked
Obscura.
them onto a rocket to Planet Hulk them, as in send them off to some other planet where they are technically okay, but pretty rude, Mom. And however, as they reached low Earth orbit, they managed to subdue the rocket and crash back through a shadow portal, which sheared off the front and back portions of the rocket and just barely got the portion of the cabin that the four of them were in. Now, that is where we're going to cut to the news. The news sees this rocket taking off. Lots of people are talking about it. Why is a rocket taking off? This isn't a government launch. It's not like any launch that we're aware of. Oh, I can see my camera angle's weird today. There we go. The news is going off about like, what is this rocket? What's happening? Is anyone doing anything about it? Where's Aegis? What is happening? And then the news sees the rocket explode up in the sky, and we see these, all the sad faces watching the TV, and nobody really knows what's happening. Finally, the news is starting to get some information about this really cool group of young superheroes who were seen getting onto the rocket. Everyone's like, oh no, they were so nice. What happened? And we cut to, so there's this explosion in space. Folks on the ground don't totally know what happened yet. We're trying to figure it out. They also know that the four of you are very tough. So an exploding rocket does not immediately mean nobody made it. So, they're going to figure that out. However, we cut to an open space over the gray ocean, under the clear gray sky, cloudless, bright gray sun, and another small explosion as the very fast spinning section of rocket comes through from no atmosphere to much atmosphere, about 10,000 feet over the gray ocean. And the bit of rocket that you're in from re-entry and like temperature and whatever basically just explodes around you. And we will pause briefly there, even as we see the gray fire of this gray explosion, and even in the distance, in this beautiful clear day, the gray bow of all seven colors of the rainbow, really black, off black, Yorkshire gray, gray, bright gray, iron white, and very white, arching over the far distance. You're just the standard Roy G. Biv color wheel. And the camera cuts to Sumac in a brief aside or retrospective, perhaps. Hi, Pooja. Who are you? How did you get in here? What happened?
I am Pooja, and I got here by riding the coattails of my friends, as always. I just snuck in behind them before the door could shut.
Nice.
I am playing Sumac, the Nova, with the power of biokinesis.
And if we were to see a snapshot of Sumac at school, for instance, or at home, what would that look like?
Sumac is dodging everyone else by walking through the garden,
Oh, okay.
as always.
At school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's like, there's a patch of garden towards the back of the grounds that like really shouldn't look nearly as good as it does. It's kind of lush. Is that from the rainforest? Maybe?
Probably.
There might be a rainforest microcosm in the back of the school.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much.
That makes sense. Awesome. Thank you. We also have a flashback to Tantrum, who had an interesting growing up period for the last few years. So, Jay, who are you?
Tantrum over here, real name Ty Butler, playing the Bull playbook. And I'm fused with some alien metal, so I turn all metal and get all fighty. And my home life right now, I used to work for the government, and now I don't. So I don't really go to school anymore. I'm sort of in this like nebulous, not exactly emancipated minor situation where I still live with my parents, but they have little to no control over me. And so every morning is sort of a tug of war, battle of wills between me and them, as I try to like do my daily sort of let me stay chill routine of some yoga, some meditation.
Oh, okay.
While they are asking me to do stuff like take out the garbage and
I love that.
Clean the bathroom. And so there's some shouting through the door of, "Ma, I'm trying to relax."
Yeah.
While my mom is like, "Are you going to do your laundry today?" I'm like, "I don't know. Just let me chill out."
I love it. Rather than the like teenager who is like pulling covers up and like, "No, I don't want to get up." You're like, I'm picturing this like one-handed crow yoga stand of like your metal body trying to. This is great. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my morning. And yeah, I came here to try to protect my friends, and that is going swimmingly.
Awesome. Yep, that's going great. Blythe, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I am Blythe Kala, or as Jason likes to call me, Blythe Kala 93.
Well, I'm very formal.
I am playing Noir in this session, and she is currently shadow portaling a rocket through things.
Well, part of a rocket.
Part of a rocket, also holding the hand of Sumac. And yeah, it's real cute.
And what would our flashback of Noir be?
So before stream started, I was saying I tweaked her a little bit because I realized who she would have to be as the legacy, like a little bit more, and kind of thinking about her personality. So at school, I think even though she kind of hates the spotlight, she's leaned into it a little bit because she knows that her kind of her reputation and her family's reputation hinges on her being kind of this ideal. So I picture her a little like I don't want to say like a Kardashian because that's not quite, but like that same kind of, she has very famous family. And so instead of basically letting school make fun of her, she's decided to kind of take over and kind of make herself like the popular girl at school a little bit. So she always has like the best clothes. She always like looks really good. And so she's kind of basically went from, I'm going to make this my own and you're going to like it. And so she's kind of confident at school and like walks the halls and definitely is like, you are going to bow down to me a little bit. She's not like full Regina George. She's nicer about it. But like, I think this is her kind of taking control of her own identity in a lot of ways.
Sure.
Is by like always looking the best and trying to, like, she tries to have the best grades. She tries to kind of be the best at everything. And naturally that's going to go wrong somehow.
I can't think of how. That seems fine. Yep.
You're the student council president in an anime, and I love it so much.
Yes.
That was kind of my inspiration.
That's a good vibe.
Shocked. I'm shocked to hear that.
I know.
And well, I guess that's everyone we need to hear from. So
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm just here for the ride. I was told to be punch and pie.
Yes, Joey. Hi.
Hi. Yes, I am Joey. I am playing Sylvan, aka Avery Wynn, the outsider. Decided to take the outsider in a different approach instead of being from space like they normally are. He's from the Fae side of things, from the Fae realm, sent on a mission by his father, Puck, to find something that Oberon wants to help end the war between Oberon and Titania. But I'm kind of dragging my feet a little because I like humans. They're easy to trick and super fun to be around.
Yep.
Yeah, and my power set is kind of a little bit of sorcery, a little bit of manipulation, a little bit of shape shifting. The usual toolkit.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was going to ask. Well, okay. First, let's get your flashback scene.
Sure.
Where do we see your way back when you were younger?
Right, way back when I was a wee tot. So a couple months ago, because I don't think he's been, or about a year ago, because we've been together about a year. So you get a scene of him appearing in all of his classes. He's never been registered for classes. He's not in the system. He just managed to convince all of the teachers that he belongs there, and update their seating charts to make sure he has a seat. And so you see him talking to each of these different teachers, convincing them, yeah, I've been here all along. I've been here for 6 months. I have a B- in this class. Didn't want to give himself an A, that'd be too obvious. But that's what we see. We see like a montage, him going to all of these teachers.
Come in second.
Yep, very much that. Very, very much that. So it's a bit of a combination for people who know the movie Clueless. I'm seeing of when Christian comes into class after missing like 6 months of school. So that moment mixed with Cher convincing her teacher to give her a raise her grade from a C to a B.
Yeah.
Very much a combination of that.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm on a Clueless kick today, but that's where my brain's at. So we're.
This is a real question.
Thank you.
Okay. So.
I'm the Katie, you're the Cher.
For me, everything comes back to either Clueless or 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
But the four of you find yourself in. Well, I have to ask you, how. When the rocket hit the air, the metal, everything like superheated and just like blew apart. The four of you are falling. How did you keep yourself from getting exploded? Who was protecting whom? What does that scene look like as the like bits of rocket just flake away from you, and the four of you are starting to fall? What does that look like for you?
I feel like I was trying to protect Sumac and Noir.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
In
we
the
had a
rocket.
protection onion.
Yeah. Remind me of the layers there.
Because I'm protecting Noir, and Tantrum is protecting me and
Yeah.
Noir.
Yep.
So he's like the outer layer of the onion, and then we go in.
Mhm.
Yep. So that's what I was doing. I was all metal and just trying to wrap my body around them.
Okay. And Sylvan, what was your status?
Well, I was up front trying to pilot this bullet train to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he probably used his shape-shifting ability to try to be the outer layer of the onion, to make himself bigger than Tantrum.
And grab on that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Or the jawbreaker of
yes.
protection.
Going with 90s teen movies. Yeah, Jawbreaker, let's go.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So as the like several sonic booms of, and just the like massive pressure and temperature change and all these things blast, your protection onion serves its purpose, and nobody is really, well, like obviously in masks you're not going to get killed. That's not the point of the story. but nobody is seriously blasted by this thing. However, the impact is you are all protected, and now the four of you are starting to drift a little bit, and we need to check and see sort of how with it everyone is.
Sure.
I don't always have like, okay, everybody roll for perception. That's not really a thing in PBTA, but I would like everyone to roll take a powerful blow, because you just portaled from space to here. Fortunately, you're just black. You're back in the normal black and white world, right? Everything is gray as you would expect. And
You keep saying normal.
yeah,
and I'm.
seems fine. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna roll with that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I did say that my portals do a thing. I nightcrawlered it a little bit.
Yay, I rolled doubles.
Uh-oh. You don't look that excited about it.
I rolled close to doubles, and it was not good.
It's so bad.
Well, remember, you're supposed to fail this roll. You want
I
a
know.
6 minus.
I know. That
Uh-oh.
would have been great if that had happened.
Oh, no.
So basically, I have a 12.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Joey
I have an 11.
and Blythe.
I mean, what do I add to? I forget what I add to take.
Just the number of current conditions, if you have any.
I don't think I do.
That's possible. So it would be +0.
+0. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna let myself fail. So 6.
Yes, good. You want that.
Let myself fail.
And you get to mark potential for failing even this roll that you want to fail. That's good. You get potential. And Jay?
I failed. I got a 5.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Now, for the two of you that succeeded spectacularly at taking a powerful blow, you do exactly that. And you get to make some choices here. Do you have the basic moves there?
I do.
Okay. While you're thinking about it, I'll just tell the listeners, when taking a powerful blow on a 10+, you must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc., or you lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Sumac, or no, never mind, I was thinking of Noir. Or two options from the 7 to 9 list, which is lash out, give ground. You don't really have an enemy in this case, so that one doesn't apply. Or struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. But of course, you would have to pick 2 things from that list, and that's pretty tough.
Well, you know, Sumac does have a brand when it comes to how things happen when she gets super emotional
Losing control of her powers.
in a terrible way.
So what would that look like 10,000 feet above the gray ocean, just under, the gray bow?
I think in this case, it means that she has called every flying being that she could possibly reach to her
Okay.
as like a desperation move.
Yeah, probably not as helpful as...
It's not as helpful as
Yeah.
you would think it could be, but definitely preferable to the what if I gave us all wings,
Yep.
which is the other option there. If people prefer that Sumac give you wings from your body.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Actually, let's ask, would anyone like to have that happen to their character? Because obviously we would want consent for something like that in our story.
Yes.
Because Sumac is capable of physically changing your biology, but we would want a story agreement on that if anyone would like to do that. It
As
won't
a
be. It doesn't
shapeshifter,
have to be
why not?
permanent, or well, I guess your character wouldn't know, but you as a player can decide.
I mean, I'm fine with it because I'm curious what that would. I'm just like, okay, sure, do it. I don't know.
Shapeshifter. I probably had wings before. Let's do it again.
I'm
So
gonna
curious
go
what-
no. I'm
Okay.
gonna say yep. I've had my body screwed with, and I would rather not do that some more.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think like a dozen seagulls try to catch Tantrum and just get battered out of the way.
Yep.
They're all
Also-
fine. The seagulls are fine. No animals were
No,
hurt.
there no seagulls were harmed in
Yeah.
the making of this incredibly poorly thought out desperation move.
So what kind of wings do you give people?
So basically, like the way that I feel like her biomanipulation works when it comes to people is it's using portions of your own body. So what happens is that Sumac and Noir and Sylvan feel their upper rib and lower shoulder blades start to like extend out of their back,
Nightmare.
stretching the skin out of their back into like, and they keep growing and they keep growing, and you end up with bat wings.
Yeah.
And it's it feels about as you would expect that would feel for all
Cool.
of us.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And it's just like that Tantrum is metal.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Yep.
So she goes with the other way.
I love the idea of hearing the you know that sound of like metal under stress that always happens in action movies, the like creaking of metal girders. I feel like there was a moment of that, and Tantrum's like, "What? No, flex, ribs stay in."
Yep.
Trying to think like I feel like that would be very hard for Noir to keep her concentration through. Because that's painful. And all I can think is Midsummer.
Yeah.
You've seen it, you know.
Our friend Sylvan has also had a tremendous success at taking a
it
powerful
was
blow.
real good.
Yep.
So I've decided to take 2 from 7 to 9,
Uh-huh.
and this is probably going to end up worse than if I'd taken the 10. So the first one is going to be the easy one. I'm going to take 2 conditions. I need to decide what those conditions are. I'm going to go with afraid.
I was going to ask you to mark afraid if you didn't.
Okay, good. I just need a place to put them. I'm doing a makeshift character sheet in my notebook, and I just need to find a place to put conditions. There we go. Okay. Afraid. And insecure.
Okay.
And the reason for insecure is, you know how when you think you're gonna die and you have to tell someone something you've been wanting to tell them for a long time, but haven't, and this is the moment because you might not get another chance?
Yes.
I think in the explosion, in the protection onion, he's going to lock eyes with Noir and say, "I love you."
Oh boy.
So that is going to be take advantage of your influence and inflict condition.
All right. So you're going to spend your influence over Noir.
Yes.
Yep, which I have. Which you have.
Noir, do you have you don't have any conditions now, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I have marked, so.
So
And I will let you decide what that feeling feels like as far as that condition.
yeah.
Well, you have so everybody has influence over me, but then Sumac and Sylvan have the most influence.
Well, I mean, there's just influence or not influence.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of how I want to
Sure.
I think she's gonna feel real guilty about that.
I was hoping you'd say guilty.
Yeah, she has the guilty condition now.
Okay.
And she is I feel like she's having a really hard time processing it in the midst of everything, but she's
What?
like,
Really? Why?
This is the perfect time for a confession. What are you talking about?
yeah, she has a slightly guilty feeling about that. Not because she doesn't have feelings for Sylvan, but because she doesn't know what to do.
Oh boy.
It's complicated and terrible. Love it.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, as the four of you are, now effectively skydiving, now 3 of you have wings, which is great. Tantrum, are you meat boy or metal boy?
Metal
right now?
boy. I am full on metal boy.
Okay.
So falling very fast.
Right. Yeah. As we
Covered
know,
with
gravity.
with feathers.
Well, gravity accelerates everything at the same rate, but your mass can be affected by wind resistance.
Yeah.
You
I've
are
got-
less affected by wind resistance than your 3 friends.
especially right now. Yes.
So, you are plummeting, let's say.
Yep.
Cannonballing, even.
Yep.
However, at 10,000 feet up, even at the speed that you're dropping, as by the way, the 3 of you with wings just see your friend go speed past you as your wings grow out and you're sort of buffeting back and trying to figure out how to move around like this. But your friend Tantrum just shoots past you, and you look down and see that you're over some sort of platform in the ocean, like an oil rig. But as you continue to drop, you're like, oh, this is way bigger than an oil rig. Like, because distance is so weird from this perspective. You don't really see a coast anywhere. You're just out in the middle of the ocean. But what do you do?
Now that we're through the portal and there's an ocean in the way, Noir is going to focus on shadows, trying to summon shadows to help them land more gracefully.
In this moment, Noir, you have the distinct feeling that shadows don't exist.
They don't exist in the shadow realm?
That's what it feels like. As you reach out your powers and you're like, okay, let's scoop up some shadow and do work. But what?
Okay.
So, if you would like to try to unleash your powers, I'll have you roll with the disadvantage. And that means rolling 3 dice and taking the worst 2.
Noira's going to be confused because she's going to be like, I've used my powers here before. Why can't I use them?
Oh, have you been to the Shadow Realm to,
Every time she teleports, she goes through it.
Well, going through is different from
Yeah,
visiting. But if you've been here before, that's okay too.
Yeah, I kind of pictured it as a place that she and her mom have definitely epically fought in before.
Okay.
Because they can both go there.
All right, then. Then it's not that unfamiliar to you. It is, so it won't be a surprise, and you'll know how to deal with this. The fact that shadows are so helpful to you in the world of light because they're different, and here it's you're sort of like using shadow to hit shadow, and it's not always as effective, so you have to get creative with it. But that doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my head. I was like, that's not quite how I pictured it.
Well, how do you picture it?
I pictured it as a place where it's like people who can do it are almost more powerful because it is like the realm where they kind of get their power from.
Okay.
So I pictured it as like, yes, she can do things there quite a bit.
Sure.
Light people would struggle because there's like an absence of light.
Okay. No, we'll do it that way. That's totally fine.
But I don't want to ruin that. I feel like it's hard for her though because she's currently going through a lot of stress.
Yeah. No.
So if you want to still make it stressful, it can still be stressful.
No. That doesn't ruin anything. We can totally have it be that. I want it to be the way you pictured it for your character. So that's fine. I think there's probably enough stress that you've sprouted wings. what do you do?
Well, she's trying to just help everybody land safely and not end up in a horrible fiery explosion forever.
Okay.
You die in the shadow realm, you die in real life. No.
Well, Tantrum is already, let's say, 1,000 feet lower than the three of you. So, quickly getting out of range. Because
I'm going to try to grab him and help him out, because we all have wings. He does not.
Okay. Oh, so you want to swoop and grab, or grab with shadow powers somehow?
Grab with shadow tendrils, or at least make a soft little shadowy bed that he can land on. But I picture it more like tendrils coming up and kind of slowly pulling down.
Oh, and question from the chat. Yeah, I think it is clear that Sumac gave everyone wings. Because I imagine, what did that look like, Pooja, when you were like, what? And
I think everything blew up, and I looked around and I looked at this great expansive ocean, and and there was just this moment where she was looked at Noir and looked at Tantrum and looked at Sylvan and was like, "Gah!" basically.
Yeah.
And in that moment,
yeah,
you see the skin of her face kind of it's almost like there's bark growing underneath her skin. Just kind of shadows of it across, and then the ripping and tearing and popping starts.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Fun.
So yeah.
Great.
It was basically a giant freak out. But I don't want to scream in everyone's ears.
Fair enough. Good. Thank you for that. And good. That was good clarifying. Okay, so back to Noir. It sounds like you want to unleash your powers.
Yeah.
To snag up the Tantrum.
Let me look at something really fast. No. Do I have? I do not. Okay. Unleash my powers. Is that wield your powers in the basic move thing?
That's for adults.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Okay. That is a 7.
Okay. So on Unleash Your Powers, that is stable or untemporary, or you could mark a condition to tell me how you're stabilizing it. But you don't have to mark a condition, and I'll tell you how it's unstable.
Yeah, you know what? Go for unstable. Let's do it.
Okay. Now, did you say you were trying to fly down and catch him, or use shadow powers to scoop?
Use shadow powers to scoop.
Okay. So
I don't know how to fly.
So I'm picturing you maybe diving a little bit to try and catch up because he's getting out of range, and you hit with this shadow power, and even instinctively, you don't 100% know how these wings work, but you're trying to pull up a little bit. And I think what happens is your shadow powers, we wind up with this rotational bolas swinging around each other, because you're not great with your wings. Tantrum is way heavier than you anticipated, and so we just have this boom, 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 this rotating thing where you have caught Tantrum, and he is falling less fast, and you are falling slightly faster, but you have arrested his fall.
That's all she cares about right now.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a different thing from falling. So
good.
Is it though?
I would like to. I'm gonna quickly just roll for burn.
Okay, I want to check in with Sylvan.
Yeah.
Now, the Outsider playbook says outsiders can fly. I don't know if you were thinking of that for Sylvan, or what your plan.
I was thinking about incorporating it as part of his shapeshifting,
Oh, right.
Fae probably have a type of wing that they can use to get around. This is not them, though, and this is probably getting in the way of his normal wings. So this sucks. But he's gonna try a thing because he understands the mechanics of flight. He just has to get used to these. I don't know what to do with my wings.
And these wings aren't pretty. I think he normally has pretty wings.
Oh, duh. Please. As if. So I think he's going to try to dive down to Tantrum, grab one of the feathers off one of the birds that Sumac summoned, and try to cast a spell using the feather to make him light as a feather, to help him stop plummeting to the earth and start trying to equal out a bit more.
Okay, now Tantrum and Noir are in a rotating mess. Yeah, like barbell sort of rotation. So if this doesn't go well, you will be involved in rotating mess. But
that sounds about right. Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Okay, so you're wanting to unleash your powers with the sorcery.
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
yes. All right.
I like it.
You rolled an 11 last time. Do it again. Come on.
3.
That's freak, right?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's freak. Okay, that's a 7.
A 7. Oh boy. Okay, so same question. Is it unstable? I can tell you how it's unstable, or you can tell me what condition you're marking.
Oh god, I just marked 2.
Oh, Dork Lord Canada is correct. Sylvan desperately needs a move called Making Fetch happen.
Yeah, let's go with unstable. Or you can decide how it's temporary or unstable.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So, Tantrum, you get this thing in your hand, and you are being swung around, right? You have this like bubble of Noir, what does this look like? Is it like a bubble of shadow from your powers, or like is it like what does it look like? What?
It's like tendrils. So it's like I was trying to grab kind of each limb and support and pull down, and it's not. So it's like kind of wrapped around supporting, so like you won't like snap your neck or anything, but like.
Well, we'd have a hard time snapping Tantrum's neck anyway, so that's
Is
okay.
it shadow cocoon? Is that what you're saying?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, just okay. So he's all over the place. He gets a hand free. Sylvan, you manage to like slap this feather in Tantrum's hand, but Tantrum is then whooshed away from you, and you're like, it'll slow you down, and you like don't really have a chance to explain. So the temporary / unstable thing, Tantrum, is you have a magic feather from Sylvan. You don't know exactly how it works or how long it will last, and you could hear someone like, do the thing, do the magic word, and I imagine, Tantrum, you may be feeling a little bit dizzy.
Yep.
So, you've got a feather in your hand. You've probably seen Dumbo before, so I don't know what, or played D&D.
Yep. Hoping, I don't know.
Quick question, Jason. Would this count as taking foolhardy action without talking to my team?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it was that foolhardy. It was actually a pretty good idea.
That was my thought too, but I just thought I'd bring it up.
Totally understand. Good. And for everyone's reference, what Joey's asking about is the ability to clear conditions, which is on the second page of basic moves. And there's like you can do something to clear angry or clear afraid. There's a trigger for that. So take a look through that if you need to clear conditions. And then also we could clear conditions through comfort and support. But I am gonna say this is not a time for comfort and support. So we'll get to that maybe when we land. But I want to know what Tantrum's doing. You've been swung around, your fall is slowed, and you have a feather in your hand.
I mean, since I know the feather came from Sylvan, I'm gonna assume that it does something. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, activate it.
Okay, I like that.
I don't know.
Your powers are just like sorcery. So.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna have you roll unleash your powers with the disadvantage.
Okay.
We could call the disadvantage you're not a sorcerer. You're being swung around in a cocoon. You
Yep.
are falling to your death. You know,
All of
any
those
of the
things.
above.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm just making sure I don't have anything that just this. Okay, so unleash my powers. Let's see which of these dice looks good. These two.
And that's you'll roll 3 dice and take the worst 2.
Okay. Ooh, so with my freak, that's a 5.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Doing
So
real good, guys.
we got it. First try.
Yep.
Where my stupid interface isn't working. Okay. So the feather activates, and you it's almost like you fall and suddenly you're hanging from this bar, right? Like the feather in your hand, you're still dropping, but it's like you just fell through and you're grabbed onto this like, oh God.
Okay.
And you are immediately stabilized as the feather is like slowly moving you down. And Noir, you go shooting past Tantrum.
Oh God.
Because you're on the other end of this tendril. Do you want to try to break the tendril, or what do you want to do when you see Tantrum basically hit the brakes midair on the other end of your tether?
Fuck. I mean, I guess it would like fling her, probably a little bit, because she was like tethered to him, and they're kind of. It wasn't going how she planned it, and so she's probably getting like flung. Now that he's arrested and stopped, whoop. Because she wouldn't know what to. She doesn't really know how to fly with wings.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have you roll unleash your powers. You don't have to roll with disadvantage this time, but let's go ahead and roll freak.
Okay. That's a 6.
Buddy.
This is great.
Wow.
I was about to say that's a 7, then I was like, no, wait, that's not math.
Okay.
Six.
So you wanted to. What was your stated goal again?
My original goal was to slow Tantrum's fall and get him to land gracefully.
Right. And then you
But
saw
now-
him stop. And
Yep.
what's your reaction to him being stopped again?
Well, I don't feel like she would have time to react if they're spinning. It would be like, I feel like it would be like her thought is to like take the tendrils away. Like that would be her thought,
Yep.
but I don't know how well. I don't think that would work out well.
Okay.
Because-
Let's do this.
She can't fly. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Don't roll it yet, but I'm gonna have you roll 1 die.
Okay.
And a 1 or 2 means you get flung straight down.
Okay.
A 3 or 4 means you're flung to the side somewhere horizontally. And a 5 or 6 is you're flung straight back up really hard. Okay? So go ahead and roll that die.
3.
Okay, so the 3 of you are spinning. Tantrum stops, and you just happen to like Spider-Man swing just straight out towards the horizon at, I don't know, probably 50 miles an hour, just straight out that way. And you're sort of correcting, but I think you're going so fast in the way, like you actually have a moment of blackout where you're not unconscious, but you're just like, what?
Oh yeah. No, she doesn't know what to do.
Then let's check in with Sumac. What are you up to?
Well, I rolled for burn and I got a 7, so I marked guilty. Not that she has anything to be guilty about, of course. Like
You
everything's
saved
fine.
everyone. Yeah.
But so I have 3 burn now, and I think as I see like I see that Sylvan has Tantrum safe-ish. But I see Noir shoot off towards the
Off to the
horizon.
gray horizon.
And I'm gonna spend a burn to move.
Enya starts playing Into the Horizon, just
And just, you know, like massive burst of Batwing
Sure. Yeah.
to catch up and try to pull her back.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's how if folks don't know, the Nova flares most of them don't even have a roll associated with it. You just spend your burn and the flare works. And I think move just says you go to a thing and
Yeah, you move to any place you choose within the scene.
right. So you also managed to capture some momentum. You've also flown quite a bit before, so you probably know how to do this a little bit better. Can we have a second pair of bat wings sprout from your back?
Sure.
Because that sounds like a
Sure.
nightmare, and I'd love to see it.
It's absolutely.
Okay.
I've got like a secondary like pair of wings that grows with the attendant horrific noises.
Yeah, the after flutter.
Half of my ribs are now real weird.
Yeah. And you go shooting out to catch Noir. You catch up. You manage to. How do you grab onto her?
I think that like what I do is I kind of shoot past her and spin midair and do like let her like ram into me.
Oh, like fly
Like
on
the
your back.
hug tackle kind of. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Noir, does that work for you?
yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, the two of you, you like grab on Noir. Sumac, you're super used to flying, and so you're able to absorb a lot of this. Also, there's a lot of there's nothing to run into, which is nice. You know, you could lose 1,000 feet and still be a-okay. So there's a little bit of a tumble, and then we have the like Superman, I got you moment.
Who's got you?
You got me? Who's got you? And I just wanted let's linger on this for a moment. What is this moment for the two of you? You're like slowing down a little bit. You have control of your movement. There's not any more of this like crazy momentum happening. Noir, you still have wings, and
I mean, I think at this point she's just like, yeah, I think she feels a little out of her depth, because I think like the closest thing to flying she's ever done is like have her shadows raise her up type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't fly, and she does definitely never used wings.
Mm.
So I think she's just kind of like, yes, Sumac, help. I
And
don't
Sumac is
know
like-
what to do here.
She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's kind of like doing pull-ups.
It's just like
Is the
pull-ups.
easiest way to describe it. If you want to, I've got you. If
I think she's like, I appreciate the thought. I think it's better if you take over from here.
okay.
All right. So should we also assume Sumac dismisses Noir's wings for her?
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, that she does her best to make them go away.
Yeah, I mean you're good at this. That's like a thing you can do. That's fine. So yeah, you put those bones and everything back in where they're supposed to go. And who knew this was going to be a horror episode? Me, I knew. I just realized things are out of alignment here on my screen. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. So it bothers me when they're not lined up. Okay, so. Oh, Dorklord Canada, good. Everything I do it for you begins playing softly in the background. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah.
Yep.
Good music cue. Thank you.
So are you carrying her like superhero carrying, or are you like, how is this? Because is it super gay or is it like only a little bit gay? Here's the-
No, it's maximum gay.
I demand you carry her like Clark or Superman carries Lois in Superman 1, just by one arm.
Yes.
The
I
least-
think there was kind of a moment where like, okay, so she does that thing where like she catches you like an adult catching a child who's running full bore them.
Right.
And then like so she absorbs the impact and then she's like, well, if you want to try, you know, I mean, you have the wings. If you would like to, I'm so sorry. Like it was just a really awkward moment when you're like, no, I don't want these at all. She's like, okay. And she gathers like so she had kind of like started to let you go a little bit and then gathers you up and like does it's a bridal carry situation.
Oh, okay. Like a across the threshold
Yeah.
sort of carry.
Noir is very much just like, hold me, please.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
So the two of you are swooping back towards where Sylvan and Tantrum are. Well, Tantrum is sort of being lowered. Sylvan, I imagine you've sort of caught up to where Tantrum is. And look over to see Sumac cradling Noir coming back towards you after you have just revealed your deepest feelings.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
I hate this already when I say it, but I feel I should take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Let's set it even better then. Sumac comes flying back to you. These like double set of what looks like angel wings in silhouette. So we've reduced the horror of it a little bit. The sun isn't setting, but it's like 5 p.m. setting sun over the ocean sort of
It's golden
thing. And
hour.
the back is like her, she's backlit by the sun as she's this, rescuing angel, bringing Noir back this way. Yeah, so I can't imagine why that would make you feel bad, but...
Oh, thank God. Okay, I rolled 2 2s, and I have 2 conditions. That's only a 6. So I'm going to stand strong. So I'm going to look at it and, like, have my single tear moment. Like, it's fine. It's okay as long as she's happy. I'm happy,
Yep.
I guess.
we all believe that.
Hey, look, Tantrum needs help. And so I think he's going to. So is Tantrum slowly falling? Like, is it slowed down enough that it's going to be okay, or do we need to give him a little extra help?
Well, the problem, the unstable or temporary is more, it's that it's awkward because he's being lowered at like the speed of an old elevator. And you're still like 8,000 feet up. And he's just like,
Okay, I think he is teenage boy and feels like I need to do something about this, so I'm not focusing on that. So ideally what I'd like to do is turn off the feather and use my shape-shifting so that I can get my other wings out and double wing it to lower him down.
oh, so you could have 2 wings too, right? That's just as good. As...
Yeah. And like my wings are better. Mine are, there's variety. So that's my intention.
Okay.
I will let
Tantrum,
you
how
decide.
are you doing with Sylvan coming in to be like, oh, here, let me help you with that? Tantrum?
What? I'm sorry.
How are you reacting to Sylvan like swooping in like, here, let me help you lower you faster?
A little bit like, do you have to?
Look, it's gonna take a really long time for you to come down like this. I've got it. I know what I'm doing. I've got it.
Oh, okay.
Trust me.
Okay. And I guess I'll just go along with it.
All right.
I'm really enjoying this dynamic of how do we get Tantrum down?
All right. Unleash my powers, I'm guessing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, thank God. 10. Plus 2 is 12.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, you managed to switch off the feather. The feather is no longer enchanted, and you're scooping up Tantrum. Now, Tantrum, you're probably still metal form, right?
Yeah. Well, if someone's gonna grab me with his arms like a person, then I'll switch back to non-metal boy.
Okay. Then that makes sense. I think maybe there's a moment of like, whoa.
Yeah.
and then yeah, you're able to scoop up Tantrum. Now, are you trying to carry Tantrum the way Sumac is carrying Noir? Is it more of like a hug, here, stand on my feet while we dance kind of thing?
Is it like Howl's Moving Castle, where it's like holding and walking and real romantic looking?
I think because my mind picture was very much that particular scene. I can't remember which Avengers movie it's in, where Captain America is holding onto the helicopter and you just get like all bicep.
Okay.
That was the intention. Like
Okay.
the literally weird flex, but okay.
I'm picturing it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's his face from the Predator.
Carl
yeah.
Weathers.
Yeah, Carl. It's the two of you are like grabbing hands
Arms
as you
linked.
drop, and
Yes, I love it.
that
Very much
grab
that.
is just epic. Okay, so the four of you are descending in your various ways. You've got a little bit of time as you descend. I mean, this platform you can see down there is the only thing anywhere nearby that you can see to land on, so it sort of makes the most sense. But anything else we need to do on the descent? Okay.
Well, Sylvan's just looking everywhere but at Sumac and Noir.
Well, there's a lot of
Like, I'm trying to
there's
think
a
if
lot of
Noir
places to
notices
look here.
that.
What was that, Noir?
I was like, what, does Noir notice that? Because Noir feels real bad.
Yeah, I
about
mean,
it.
he did
It's
just
like,
reveal
okay.
his feelings.
Yeah.
Do you want to pierce the mask, Noir?
Yeah, let's do it.
Making sure my conditions don't affect that. I don't think they do.
Mask to see beneath, roll plus mundane. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I
And
don't
then
think I
if you
very good
have certain conditions marked, it could give you a minus for that.
No, I have guilty, so it does not affect that.
Okay. Yeah, pierce the mask is
Oh, my mundane's really good.
angry.
Holy cow. Okay, well, base roll was a 7, plus my mundane makes it a 10.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I have apparently the legacy, or wait, shit, no, I was looking at the wrong one. Fuck. Okay, no, it's an 8.
Okay.
I accidentally went to the Janus, which is above the legacy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've done that.
I don't have these printed out, so I accidentally scrolled too high.
No problem.
Okay, it's an 8.
Okay.
This
So
is much more reasonable.
with a pierce the mask on a 7 and 9, you get one of these questions.
Yes. What do you want me to do?
Love me. No.
That's where she's at right now. Is I don't know what you want from that, and I don't know how to address it, and I feel really bad because I have no idea what you expected to gain.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, really, he wants you to be happy.
oh,
Like, if she's what makes you happy, it's gonna suck, and it's gonna take me a minute, but that's cool. I would also like to try to make you happy, but if that's not what it's gonna be, then that's not what it's gonna be, and I am gonna have to wallow and write some bad poetry about it.
Yes. I like it. As the four of you descend, you can see this platform is not just bigger than you realized, it's enormous. It's like the size of a ship. However, it's clearly like on a pillar or something. Like it's attached to the ocean floor somehow. It's not just floating. But whatever. And it's this great big, it's essentially a square type thing. There are several helicopter pads you can see on it. Not quite big enough for an airplane. It's not like the size of an aircraft carrier, but it's very big. And as you come over it, you see that this is the what's known as the ARC, the ARC, the Aegis Rehabilitation Center. And this is what we, like in Marvel, would be the raft or something like that. Yeah. It's also where basically the most dangerous supervillains come out here to go to therapy and hopefully get rehabilitated and, be away from polite society where they're hurting people. Your Facebook status is about to be real sad and vague. Yeah. Subtweets are epic.
So I know who's here.
After you could sort of see like, oh, we're coming down on the arc. Wow, that's weird. What a wild coincidence. Now, Noir, you were just mentioning somebody who's here. What would you want to tell the audience a little bit more about that?
I mean, since our big epic fight with my parents, the dad is here because he got arrested, but the mom got away. So, what did I name him? Where is it? Atlas. So I think Noir gets kind of a sinking feeling as she recognizes where they are and realizes kind of like, oh no. Because the plan probably, like in her mind, she's kind of thinking, okay, so my mom sent us into space probably to distract us so she could go break out my dad. So now she's kind of realized, she's kind of like putting the pieces together in her head, like, we're here. He's here. Maybe he's better? I don't know how long it's been since that fight, so I don't know how long he's been there.
Okay. And you're as you're descending, you become vaguely aware of like, oh, there's one of those big I just had the name in my head a second. Those big heavy like double rotor army helicopters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well everyone can picture it. You all turn, like you're not about to get hit by the helicopter. You're just like, oh, whoa, okay, let's get out of the way of that. And as it's coming by, the loudspeaker is like, you're in restricted airspace. You need to leave. This is not. And then a like Cyclops laser blast bursts out of the rehabilitation center below and like saws off the back quarter of the helicopter. And the helicopter is now spinning out of control. And I'm wondering if we would like to do anything about that.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And the back part is just engine. There's nobody in that, right? That just is like bloop off into the ocean. Just bloop. Oopsie. And reminder that you are all in this black and white world that is most of you are not very familiar with. That is part of it. Oh yes, the Chinook helicopter. Thank you, Dork Canada. They're great for like forest fires and search and rescue and all kinds of stuff, and for transporting people to the rehabilitation center. Go ahead.
So we're in a black and white world. Like, does the ocean here still have like plant matter in it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then I am going to spend a burn to call up to do some shielding.
Okay.
And basically use like the seaweed kind of situation to like pull up to stop the portion of the helicopter with the people in it.
Oh, to like
From
catch the
spinning out.
helicopter?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is spend one bird to defend someone from an immediate threat, rolling freak instead of savior.
Yeah, let's roll defend.
Oh, yeah. That is a 13. Those double fives coming in handy this time as opposed to last time.
Yes, yeah, that is good. This just algae structure bursts out of the water, and so on defend someone, you get to on a 10, you keep them safe and choose one, or on a hit, and you didn't get a 7 and 9, so you don't have to expose yourself to danger. Which thing would you like to add here? And also, we have just started combat with a dangerous foe, so we're going to do our team pool in a second. What would you like to pick?
I am going to clear a condition.
Not a bad idea. Did you have like 3?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bunch.
I'm actually going to take off angry.
Okay. As you
feel
manage to
like-
center yourself a little bit and be less mad and more worried.
Yeah, like I'm still afraid and I'm still guilty,
Yeah.
but I'm not. The effects of the taunt have worn off.
Oh, that's good, Dorkler Canada. Picking up on my rainbow, the gray bow of the really black algae blooms as opposed to the red algae blooms. That's good. I like that. Okay, so you get this helicopter to safety. I think you probably are not able to get it all the way over to the platform, but you get it to land gently in the water, and then the inflatable sides come out, and everybody in the helicopters are and there were no they weren't bringing any new residents they were just like Aegis soldiers coming in as a shift change or whatever. So it was just a bunch of people down there like, oh, okay, let's get out of the helicopter. There's no like escaping prisoner or something like that. And
From the helicopter. There's
What's
no
that?
escaping prisoner from the helicopter.
Right, yeah, from the helicopter. Yeah, the platform's a whole other. The Ark is having a situation.
Clearly.
The hole that was blasted open, you all can see at least 3 levels down through this blasted open. It's sort of like it like got wider as it went up through the building, but you can't 100% see what's going on. This just went, and we got the like. What is it? The a dubstep bass drop noise of the giant laser shooting out of this building. And what it looks like is it wasn't even aiming at the helicopter. It was just like something is going on inside the building, and that was like collateral damage. So what do you do? There's a lot of people running around on the platform. People trying to, it's hard to see even from, let's say you're 1,000 feet up, right? And you're dropping pretty quick. You could get down fast now, but what do you want to do?
Noir is just like, well, we probably should go there.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
kind of, like,
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like.
Yep.
Oh,
We're
that
1,000 feet
energy
up now?
blast seemed real familiar.
Also, Noir kind of looks at everybody. He's like, also, I should probably. We need to figure out how to get out of here. I normally make portals to get us out of here, but we're kind of in the shadow realm right
Oh,
now.
Oh, good.
So-
That's where we are. I was kind of wondering. This didn't look like any place I'd seen before.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
algae's normally not that color.
So, you should also know that people with shadow powers teleport through here. Meaning there's a good chance we know who did that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, cool. Fun. So we're like 1,000 feet up now. But we're over the platform, right?
Yes.
Sylvan's still carrying me. I guess I turn to Sylvan. I'm like, drop me.
Are you sure it's still pretty far?
Yep. This is what I do.
Oh, okay. I'm going to drop you per your request.
Thank you for receiving my request.
And I will let him go.
All right. Tantrum, what does this approach look like? Is this like a beautiful swan dive?
No, I mean it's more like a belly flop. It's more like a, drop, spread, sort of spread eagle, fall, aim for hole, turn metal.
Okay, so you want to go in like where that laser blast came out of?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose
Okay.
that seems like the place to go.
Okay. As you approach, as you get closer and closer, you're like, yeah, okay, here we go. It's a little difficult. With like, you can tell there are some bands like there are meant to be colors painted on the walls, but you're not totally it's like a little hard to, you're losing perspective a little. It's tricky. Like colors are helpful, and that's, not everyone can see colors, but for someone who's used to seeing colors all the time, this is a sort of awkward change. So you are blasting down through here. I imagine like changing to metal as you drop, which looks super cool. The adjustment there. Although
I need to know if this is like a like more of a Terminator liquid metal situation or like a chung, 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 chung metal situation.
More like a Terminator. More like Terminator liquid metal. Just sort of like spreads out. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the walls of the arc pass as you get 2, 3, 4 levels through, and you like blast through this final level, and you actually go past. You see this like big like Marvel hallway fight happening, and you just blast one more floor right through that. I'm like, bam, and you land in. I'm just gonna rip it off. I love Rhino from Spider-Man so much.
Oh, absolutely.
You land in Rhino's cell. It's not really a cell. It's like a kind of little apartment. But there is like a prison break happening around there, and Rhino is sitting back with a book, and his feet are up on the other wall. You just sort of like crashed it and like upset the whole thing. But that's what we saw you drop into. Rhino is not participating in the breakout. All right. He's just like, he's got like War and Peace or something. It's like a giant tome. And you just crashed, and he's like, whoa, no. And, what do you do?
I sort of steady myself because that was a long way to fall.
Yeah.
And I say, what the hell's going on here?
Some of them want to leave.
Who? What? It's just, and everything is gray. I just also want to make clear that everything is still black and white and gray here, including Rhino.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the like swinging lights. It's like you're in a noir movie.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. So I see that he's not doing anything. I'm like, you're just gonna sit here.
Yep. Not my pig, not my farm.
All right. Fair enough. And I go back to the hole I came through and try to jump up to the next level.
Okay.
Because that seems where I should be.
Yeah, you just climb up through Rhino's ceiling, and there's like
sorry about the mess.
Big, there's like burst water pipes. Rhino's just like trying to put his book away so it doesn't get wet because it's just like going everywhere at this point. And he's like, he just shoves you up out of his apartment, like get out, and is like crimping water pipes shut so his place doesn't get too wet. And That's his day. His day is just ruined at this point.
Yep. Sorry, didn't mean to ruin your day. And then I want to go make with the fighty fights.
All right. In the corridor here, you see a very well-known villain, aka Noir's dad.
Oh boy.
What was he called again?
Atlas.
Oh, Atlas. Yeah. You see Atlas is just like setting off these like light bombs that go off and they like sort of shoot out like disco ball things that are happening, and occasionally just laser blasting out of what did we say, Nora? Like out of his hands, kind of? Or was
I mean, it's like if you've seen light powers in a movie, it's like radiant beams of light coming out of his hands and stuff. It's probably a little dimmed because if we're all in the shadow realm, it's probably a little different. But like, it's like beams of energy coming out of his hands and like.
Oh, can he do finger guns because he's douchey?
No.
Okay, he's not that bad. Okay.
No. Also, finger guns are the bisexual thing.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool.
I'm not bi, but when I thought I was, I did that a lot. It's like the awkward bisexual. I don't know what to do.
Okay, good to know. So, but more like Iron Man palm blast kind of stuff. So is Atlas a himbo dazzler? Dork Lord Canada would desperately like that to be true.
Himbo dazzler.
I think when he was more of a hero, sure.
Yeah. And he's sort
definitely
of ruined
not
that.
the one in charge.
Yeah. So Tantrum, you crawl back up there and you're also like dealing with rhinos like shoving you out of his place, and you sort of tumble into the hallway, and it's just as you realize right away that Atlas was trying to shoot something behind you, but you get like a full face blast of his laser that is like carving the concrete. Okay. Yeah. And when it hits you in the face, it only feels like somebody just turned a flashlight on in the middle of the night. But, you're all like, right. Oh. However, you've seen what this thing can do, like just now, right? And it's like carving through the concrete and then just flashes over the front of your face and flashes back. And he looks confused, but right away you can see he's just looking past you. Like he either isn't talking to you or hasn't noticed you or whatever, but is like shooting at something behind you.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll take advantage of that and try to, punch him with the punchies.
Okay. It sounds like you would like to, something. Smite your dangerous threat.
Directly engage a threat?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
Danger.
Roll plus.
High voltage.
Hold on, let me look at my moves and make sure. Ooh. I think this counts as charging into a fight without hedging my bets.
Yep. I'll give you that one.
And I'm also gonna try. Oh, this is terrible. I'm gonna go within a china shop as well to cause significant collateral damage to my environment, even on a miss. So here we go. So I'm rolling. So I can shift my danger up.
Poor Rhino. More stuff is gonna start falling from the hole.
My danger's already a +3, so.
He has a bunch of like kitty cat bobbleheads.
Which I needed because that makes it a 7.
Oh.
Okay, 7 that's good. That's a success. With so you get to pick. Does the other thing let you pick one more thing, or you always get to pick at least one?
Let's see. So in a china shop, when I directly engage a threat, I can cause significant collateral damage to my environment to choose an additional option, even on a miss.
Okay. So yeah, you'll get an extra option, which means you have on a 7 and 9, you would pick one. You actually get to pick 2 things.
Cool. Well, I definitely want to frighten the opposition. And I want to create an opportunity for my allies, assuming there are guards here as well. So
Sure. Yep.
that's my move.
So what physically are you trying to accomplish? Because you're
I've sort of launched myself at Atlas,
okay.
like full on tackle style, feet off the ground, fully horizontal, flying into the air, made of metal, and slam him back into the nearest wall.
Okay.
And yeah, try to rattle his cage a little.
Okay. Now you said make an opportunity, and what was the other one?
And then frighten. It's to frighten my opponent.
Okay, but not resist or avoid their blows.
Not resist or avoid their blows. Nope.
Okay. Well, you actually won't have to this time. So you like crash into him. A lot of the Aegis folks are like trying to get control of the situation. They're like firing, net launchers and all kinds of stuff that you know how to avoid because you were sort of part of the system for a while. But the Atlas is slammed against the wall and is just like you could, like, he's looking at you, but you could tell he like almost can't see you. Like he's aware of you and he's blasting blah 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 blah. Several of them hit you again square in the face and you're just like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Jeez.
as they are blasting the concrete wall behind you, right? It's blast, 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 blast. Mm-hmm. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So, you don't have to take a powerful blow because shining a light in someone's face is not
a powerful blow.
Yeah. And so I'm not actually going to have you take a condition or anything. And he is, I'm going to go with frightened. Like he understands that he's fighting someone. He doesn't understand what though. And that is pretty off-putting. And he's dealing with like net launchers and like trying to slice those with his lasers. And he's like, he is a full-on light show, but, you're going toe to toe with him. Let's drop some more people out of the sky. Sylvan, what are you doing? You just dropped Tantrum in there, and you could see, just
zoop.
Well, I want to give Sumac and Noir the space they need, so I'm gonna follow Tantrum into the hallway, flying a little bit faster probably than usual because now I have 2 wings. Thank you, Sumac. And I'd like to land, take in what's going on. And so you have Atlas like pinned against the wall. Is that right?
Yeah.
Effectively?
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to slap a hand on the wall next to me and use sorcery to change my environment. And I would like to effectively almost make the wall that he smashed into almost like quicksand. So he kind of gets like stuck in the wall.
That's cool.
Okay. Let's roll freak.
Okay. Well, I'm marking it potential. My dice are loving rolling doubles tonight or today. What time is it? Where am I? Where's Buttercup? I rolled a 4 plus 2 for freak is a 6.
Okay, well, now, before we totally decide on that, we should actually do our team pool, because somebody may want to help you.
Good call.
Now, when we... excuse me. Enter a battle against a dangerous foe as a team, we'll put 2 in the team pool. Do we have an established leader?
I mean, I guess technically it's Noir, but yeah.
Does everyone feel like Noir is the leader? That is the question.
I was actually going to say Tantrum.
How am I the leader?
Well, you kind of charged in. She makes a good point.
and started blindly punching people. Do not follow my lead.
Okay, we're gonna.
I think you
go...
just have that kind of like, you've got that strong Cap energy. It just happens.
All right, we're gonna go with we don't have a solid team leader at this point. We have
Bobby.
4 friends
Yeah, I think
being
Noir
heroes
takes
together.
charge when she has to, but she's not like she doesn't see herself as the leader, but I feel like she works with Tantrum closely on things, so maybe they're like, I thought you were the leader.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's why we won't take the leader bonus for this. And then the next question is: everyone has the same purpose in the fight. Well, let's. Sumac, what's your purpose here?
Yeah, you gotta stop the breakout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sylvan?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Stop the breakout.
Okay. Noir?
Yeah, stop Father from getting out of jail.
Yeah. He
Stop
should
the
probably.
breakout.
Yep. That
He
seems to be
has
the one.
clearly not finished his rehabilitation. Tantrum?
Yep. Same.
Pretty similar feels.
Yep. Stop this breakout.
Yep. Okay. So we'll
Beat
get
up Noir's dad.
we'll get an extra one for that. Then now this is you're gonna have to answer this honestly because we haven't played these characters a whole lot yet. If any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, right? So like if there is mistrust in the team, then we have to take note of that. I'm not saying there should be. I'm just saying we have to ask ourselves the honest question.
No, I trust everyone here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep, I think
Yep.
that's viable, so I don't need to subtract a point for that. There we go. And if your team is ill-prepared or off balance, I'm gonna
know
go
what
ahead
you're
and
talking
say,
about.
What
yeah,
that would be.
Yep.
you did just like skydive from orbit.
Yep. And the world is all gray.
All
Yeah.
according to plan.
Yep, got him.
Yep.
Howard.
Yep.
All right, so we have 2 team in the pool. Nobody added a team earlier, so that's fine. The defend move and a couple other things can add team as you go. But if at any point you want to help someone, you could just say, I will use a team, say how you're helping, and it just adds a die. You don't have to roll to help in this game. You just automatically spend a team and you get +1. They get +1 to their roll. Alternatively, you could say how you're using team selfishly and give yourself a +1 to your own roll, but you will have to say how your action is like offensive or rude to your teammates, or selfish in some way. So, Master Vidar, well done. Tantrum fell into a leadership position.
Yep.
Some are born to it and some fall into it. Okay. So,
What?
what's that, Nora?
Oh, things got real robot-y for a second, like everyone froze. So I think
Oh,
my
yeah, we
internet-
had that a little bit from you, but you're back now.
Okay. I think my internet's hold on. I might have to restart that.
Okay. Well, let's look at Tantrum and Sylvan. Sylvan wanted to cast a spell. You
Yep.
got a 6.
I sure did.
What's that?
I sure did.
All right. Now, Tantrum, if there's a way that you can help Sylvan cast a spell, I'm open to it. I just can't immediately think of how that
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, I can't think. If we had had a moment to like come up with a plan together, maybe, where like I'm thinking if I knew what was going on, but I don't think I do, I could be trying to hold Atlas back against the wall so that like at least the effect is better. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just punching.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm aware that Sylvan showed up here.
Yeah. Well, I think he lands next to you and the two of you are getting ready to go and Sylvan's like, cool, I know what to do. But instead of quicksand, you just turn the wall to sand and it just flows down. and there is a let's see. There's somebody you've just opened someone's cell who just like rubs their hands together and pulls a like sparking electrical, like almost like a garrote is like how he's holding it, but it's just a lightning bolt basically, and is gonna leap into the fight and I'm sure be very helpful with your stated goals. But has like a kind of like wild, intense look in the eyes. They're like too wide and they're coming out of there. Sumak, you're kind of next in line, I think. Yeah, because you're carrying Noir, and where do you want to end up?
I think I'm gonna check in with Noir. It's like, you ready for a drop?
As ready as I'll ever be.
And like close both sets of wings and to kind of do one of those like feet first diving things.
Oh yeah, cool.
Into the hole. And then at the last second, like snap them both out to.
Well, I like that.
So it's a more gentle landing.
So this is sort of overcoming an obstacle, and you're carrying someone with you. So I'd like you to go ahead and roll Freak, please, as you unleash your powers.
Okay.
Your powers of acquired flight.
Powers of. This isn't creepy at all.
This is normal
Well,
and
that's
good.
Fine, because I got an 8.
Okay. And the fact that it's unstable or temporary is fine. It's just, I think what happens is you hit the ground and are quickly needing to like pull the wings back in because there's all kinds of stuff going on, and also you're just finding like you can't hold the form much longer, if that's okay with you.
No, that makes perfect sense.
And so you get in there and you just have to like, like pull that all back together because there was a lot going on. Okay. Noir, the two of you land. Actually, I'm going to have the two of you, as you like sort of cliff dive through, you go right through the floor where you see Sylvan and Tantrum be like, huh? And then bam, you're in Rhino's apartment that he had just like pushed the like ceiling back together, and you just boom. And you just, like knock him over, and he's a little dazed as you're getting your feet under you. Sumak, you're like pulling your wings back together and like trying to figure out how to get out of here. Noir, what are you doing?
Noir looks over at Rhino and is like, "Hey, you mind helping us through? Also, this place looks real nice. You've done a really good job with the decorating."
Thank you. I don't mind. Don't come back. And he just is like hoist, like tosses you both back up through and is like trying to push the rebar and concrete back into place. That it's mostly crumbling. He's like, no, stay. So yeah, he just doesn't want to participate in what's happening in either way.
Before though, Noir gives him like she like throws back like a little scrunchie she has with a cute little kitty on it. She's like, "Thanks." After seeing all the kitty bobblehead. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a whole collection of like little kitten bobblehead things on the shelf. So it's like the one thing that wasn't demolished when you like his bookshelf is kind of broken and there's like all kinds of stuff in there. But yeah, you come back up. You're in the hallway. You could see this whole wall is turned to sand. This like lightning garrote person is like stepping out towards Sylvan. Tantrum is facing off with Atlas, and there's a lot of like Aegis, Arc guards are here like trying to get control of the situation, but not being very effective. And no sign of the
Obscura.
Yeah, Obscura.
Yeah. Noir definitely makes note of that, but is going to go basically try to restrain her father, but she's going to do it to fight the good fight, because she's going to be pulling her punches because she doesn't really like fighting her parents.
Sure. Yeah, it's awkward.
It is a little awkward, but it allows me to roll savior instead of danger. I'm not good at danger.
No, I mean, I get it. It makes sense too, because your ultimate goal is protecting people, not trying to like beat the crap out of him. So
Yeah.
I get that.
She's a general. She's got a little bit of a Batman, no kill rule. So yeah, so she's basically gonna go over and try to like help Tantrin kind of restrain him a bit more. I'm not going to make it an unleash your powers though, but it would be really cool to do it with shadows.
Well, that's all right. I mean, everything you do is using shadows. It's just what you're trying to accomplish right now is, engage a threat. So,
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
That is math. An 8.
Okay, plus your savior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my savior.
What's that?
I said it was a 6 without my savior.
Oh,
so.
okay, great. Okay, so on directly engage a threat, you get to pick one thing off the list. And I think you're not allowed to pick surprise or frighten, right?
I'm not allowed to impress, surprise, or frighten.
Right.
So I am allowed to resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, or create opportunities. So I think what I'm going to do is, in that case, I'm going to try and create a good opportunity for my allies to, like, help me restrain him better.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she's going to basically kind of take his attention away from the team as much as possible to try and create an opening for the rest of the team.
Okay, yeah, you get in there, and he is what does your attack look like? Like, what do you because you can use your shadows, you can use whatever it is you're doing. You're just like getting into the fight with him. What does this look like to like? What does everyone see?
I think she kind of like runs in, passes Tantrum, and is just like, "Hi, Dad," and kind of comes in with like a little bit of a punch that's not gonna like hurt him but knock him back a bit, and then she starts kind of coming at him with the shadows to try and I feel like it's like shadows coming at, and then like the light blows hitting the shadows, and but she's not trying to like hurt him, she's just trying to keep him distracted.
Sure. Well, your attacks are coming in and just seem to be hitting extra hard. You're swatting away every little defense that he throws up, every little light shield and counter blast. You're just swatting, slapping them away like flies. And he is like backpedaling and trying to, he's like knocking people out of the way and trying to get his footing. There's also now an open wall behind him, so he has more room to move. The wall that turned to sand is actually pretty convenient for him. And is stepping away from Noir and Tantrum, trying to get his footing. And you can see he's like squinting at you and still looks confused. Like he can't really see you. And he says, Nat?
Yeah. Yeah?
What are you... I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah. No. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
Not until you're ready.
Okay. It was like, I'm ready to leave now.
Clearly you're not. You're trying to jailbreak. That means you're not ready.
All right.
Also, this place is nice. There's like apartments in here. Like, come on. It's an actual rehabilitation center.
Now, Noir, remind me, how did you picture your mother's powers asking for a friend?
Strong. No, they're very similar to Noir's, but they are much stronger. Like, she's definitely better at this. Let me go to the list. So
are you
she has
picturing like Shadow Sorceress, or creates like sort of Shadow Green Lantern, or
have you seen She-Ra?
What?
Have you seen She-Ra?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like Nightweaver.
Yeah, okay.
Or the Shadow Weaver?
Shadow Weaver, yeah.
Shadow Weaver, yeah.
I was like, I always get her name wrong.
Yeah, so just like moving shadows around and
yeah, but like I imagine she could probably do all of the things on the shadow abilities as opposed to just a few of them.
Yeah, and then some, because she's also an adult. hero / villain. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
a lot like Shadow Weaver. So
Oh,
She's
sorry.
got-
I skipped a step. When you went up against your dad, he was like when he realized it was you, he takes like a quick moment of like, Nat, you shouldn't be here. You're out of your depth. You do not belong here right now. You are gonna get hurt, and you need to just like take cover. You know, it's like faster than that than I can think of in a quick way. But what that means is he is telling you who you are and how the world works. And you can choose. So when someone with influence over you tells you who you are and how the world works, you can accept what they say or reject their influence. And if you want to reject the influence, we'll have to roll. But what
she does? She's very much like, you can't tell, like, this is your own mess, isn't what she's kind of saying.
Mm-hmm.
So like as he's like, you should not be here, she's like, what else am I supposed to do when my parents are supervillains?
Okay. So it sounds like you would like to reject his influence. Yeah. And this is just roll 2 dice. There's nothing to add to it and nothing to subtract. Oh wait, actually reject influence does have a minus. It's if you have insecure marked.
I do not.
Okay. So it's just 2 dice.
Oh, that's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. You reject the heck out of that influence. On a 10 plus, choose 2, and you can pick any 2 from the list there.
I need to influence. Okay. There it is. Clear a condition or mark a potential by immediately acting or to prove them wrong. Shift 1 label up and 1 label down. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Yeah, it means you would get +1 to all your rolls versus dad for today, basically.
Yes, I will do that.
Oh, sorry. No, +1 forward is just your next roll. +1 ongoing would be all of your rolls.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I am going to mark a potential because I'm going to immediately act to prove him wrong.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like what you were doing. So that makes sense to me. Sorry for skipping that step. Then let's. So also, Sumac, you dropped in at the same time here. Did we? I don't think we got an action from you.
Nope.
Okay. What are you up to?
I'm gonna look and see the crazy lightning garrote guy behind Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's where like kind of that placement is.
Yeah, well, it's like Sylvan and Tantrum are squaring off with we're squaring off with Atlas, and then Noir kind of jumped in there past them, and then this lightning guy is off to the left of Sylvan and Tantrum, and you're coming up from behind them in the hall. And yeah, so you have like a wider lens of what's happening here.
Cool. I'm just gonna call out like Sylvan, look out, and use Reality Storm to channel a destructive burst with my powers to Garrote Man.
Okay. He's more like Gross Man.
Gross.
He is Garrote. Oh. I thought it was funny when I said
And
he is
that's
Garrote.
a
Nobody
7.
laughed.
Thank goodness I roll freak for everything.
What'd you say?
Thank goodness I roll freak for all
What
of
was
this.
the total? I mean,
7.
oh yeah, that's a close one.
So I am going to use the. I wonder, like. I'm going to trade blows and create an opportunity for my allies.
Janet!
He's a baby.
Hi,
Hey,
Janet.
Janet.
She ran over and asked to come up here, so I couldn't say no.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so you wanted to Well, with a 7, I think you only get to pick one thing.
I do, but it says on a hit, trade blows, and then on a 10
right.
plus, pick
Sorry, I
two,
thought you were
7 or
saying
9, pick
resist or
one.
avoid their blows.
Nope.
Yes. So, what?
And also, because that's a reality storm, and I am who I am causing some unwanted collateral damage here.
Oopsie. Okay.
Oh, boy.
I like
Alright.
that. So what did what did your attack look like? Like, what were you trying to accomplish?
I think that she's going to use like basically like supercharge grow some cactus out of the sand
Oh, okay.
to like block off the lightning man.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the big flat paddle cacti that have like little sharp spikes all over them to kind of like throw up kind of a barrier, kind of a like I hit you with a sharp spiky paddle situation.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so the cactus springs up. It's he's certainly being distracted by that. Now, trading blows also means he passes. I think he was gonna zap you directly, but okay. Now you want to get down. All right, it's fine. She's such a cat. I feel like a 25-pound dog cat. And I'm gonna needle you to stay where you are. Good one, Dark Lord Canada. So he was about to like bend this arc out at you, right? So he's still got both ends of the lightning and is like bowing it out, and the cactus is sort of sliced off, and you have a chance to get out of the way. What conditions do you have marked already?
Afraid and guilty.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I'm fine with you. I would like you to pick a condition, or you can roll take a powerful blow. It's your choice.
I think I am going to mark insecure here
Yeah, that makes sense.
because so obviously like we've all got a bunch of emotions and now it's like this is Nora's parents again.
Yep.
And it's just a lot. It's a lot happening in a very strange place.
Yes, there is.
Also, I'm not sure I really want to be saving Sylvan, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Wow.
Like,
Oh, because you
It's
heard
not-
what he
it's-
said.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, but I feel for you, but also I'm super insecure about it.
No, that's fair.
Wait, you're a teenager? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Let's all right, I think everyone's kind of had a second in the spotlight here, right? Did I miss anything? Okay. So then I'm gonna narrate a little bit in that suddenly the bright gray light above gets brighter as like pieces are removed, and you can see a fully like shadow suited Obscura moving, and it's a little bit like a cross between the arachnid suit and Doc Ock, where she's got these shadow tendrils just like hauling giant chunks of concrete out and making way, and she is normal size, right? But these tendrils have her just incredible reach and size. So your mother, Noir, has appeared on the outside of the building and is basically like ripping the building open chunk by chunk. And the yeah, and that is we're all in kind of a dangerous situation here. So I am like, there's just like chunks of concrete all over the place. The like dust and sort of just everything is falling all over the place. I'm gonna have everybody take a powerful blow, but you don't have to add your conditions, right? It's just a regular flat roll. Because she's not directly attacking any of you. You're just in the zone of danger. It's like a dangerous area.
You would say a danger zone.
Yeah, something like that. Is pretty
there a
accurate.
highway in this area? Possibly leading here?
Danger zone.
Yeah. Lana.
You do have to take the highway to get to the Ark, so.
Yep.
Woohoo.
I got a 4.
You came the highway.
Oh.
You know, we had the high ground and we lost it.
Yep.
Damn it.
I'll just
It
say
was
somebody
obviously
high-fived
not
me, so
over.
it must have been good.
I rolled a 6.
That's good. Sumac?
4.
Okay.
So
Don't
it's
forget
really
to take
good
the
you didn't have me add all those conditions.
yeah. Don't forget to take the potential for that, right? It's good to fail that. Tantrum?
2. I got snake eyes.
Holy moly. Okay, well done. And Sylvan, probably just as good.
Very close. It was a 7.
Okay.
So close.
Okay.
So close.
Now, Joey, I'm going to give you an option.
Okay.
You can either pick something from the 7 to 9 list or whatever's behind door number 2.
How do I not pick door number 2? Like, it could be anything. It could be a boat.
Could be a whole new kitchen set.
It could.
Yeah.
Totally could.
I will take
New
I will take
car.
door number 2. Give it to me.
Okay. So I'm doing it this way because she was not intentionally targeting you, right?
Sure.
And you don't have to like mark a condition or anything for this, but all of you see Sylvan, you're like trying to get out of the way. You know, you had made this wall into sand and then there's like stuff falling all over the place and you're like trying to get out of the way. And one of these tendrils just comes down, grabs the bit of floor that you're on and flings you up and out through the hole in the roof, like 3 stories up.
Yeah.
And Noir in particular, I think like Sylvan had just turned to Noir to be like, what I don't know, what were you about to say to Noir?
This is right as we're seeing Obscura, or is this right before Obscura makes her appearance?
This is as she appears.
As she appears.
You know, and there's like chaos flinging all over. Everyone's like diving for cover and getting out of the way. And you did so slightly less good.
Yeah. I think he's gonna look over to Noir and he's about to ask her like, what do we do? Like he's trying to like give her agency. He's like, these are your parents.
Right.
What do you want us to do?
And I think in the middle of that we get the like not it's more like Venom, right? The Venom but shadow instead of goopy. And it like just grabs the sort of chunk corner floor that you're on and flings you out because she's like digging to find Atlas, right? And she doesn't really care what's happening.
Sure.
And Noir, you like turn and Sylvan's saying something and you're like eye to eye when he's like whoop, just flung out of the building. Noir, what do you want to do about that?
I'm going to take a chance here to basically do some very dramatic defend someone move.
Okay.
And as he gets flung, she's basically going to, because she can do this, just not as well as her mom. She's going to make herself big and get the shadow tendrils as well, and kind of catch Sylvan while also like positioning herself between. It's going to be like a fling herself up, catch Sylvan, and kind of put herself between him and the mom.
I like you and your mom singing, anything you can do, I can do smaller.
It's kind of what's happening.
Okay, let's roll defend someone.
It's also, All right. Let's try this. Roll plus savior, which I am pretty good at.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I also think I have a move for this. Hold on. Let me just double check.
Well, yeah,
Once per
Legacy
scene,
does
when you
have-
defend a teammate, you can shift savior up and another label down in addition to any other benefits from the move, even on a miss. If you do, add one team to the pool. So I'm going to do that.
Okay,
I know what
I'll
I am.
add once to team pool is now 3.
And I'm going to shift savior up. And I'm going to shift superior down. What? No, come back.
Floor dice don't count.
Oh, God. Okay, well, gonna roll a different dice.
It wants to roll in the shadow. It's what we roll in the shadows.
Oh, gosh, that's a 13.
Yes.
Oh, that's I'm sorry,
Yes.
that's too high. You went or back around. That's technically a 1. It's, no. Okay. All right. So 10 plus on defend someone. I think you get 2 options there. Oh no, it's just you don't have to expose yourself to danger. So choose one of the things from the list.
Yeah, I don't expose. Okay. I'm going to use that to clear my guilty condition.
Okay. And you wanted to like fling yourself out and grab Sylvan
Yeah.
to bring him to safety, right? Okay. So I think like Sylvan probably made it into the air because she's fast and super strong. Fling Sylvan in the air. You create your own tendrils and leap out after Sylvan. Grab onto him. This time, your turn to catch Sylvan, and your tendrils are doing the like long Doc Ock support thing. If that's how you're picturing it. And yeah, you grab onto Sylvan. Is there a line? Do we have a line?
I think it's kind of one of those moments where she like grabs Sylvan, they kind of lock eyes, and she immediately kind of like blushes because she doesn't really know. She's like, she like puts Sylvan down and just kind of like, glad you're safe. Very awkwardly, like does not know what to do.
Great.
But they like linger there for a moment.
Yeah. Because
Like,
Sylvan's
definitely
teenage
like a
brain doesn't
hug.
know what to do with that.
Definitely a hug moment.
I like that.
Like,
Tantrum.
yeah, glad you're good.
Let's swing the camera back to Tantrum. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm still fighting with Atlas here. You
And
know,
Lightning Guy.
And Lightning Guy. Yeah, I guess just falling. The wall turned to sand, so I imagine we just fell into this room,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just still going toe to toe.
I'm sure whoever did that feels really bad about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they do, and
I
we'll
mean,
have a discussion about that later.
It's hard to know how that even happened. I mean, maybe
Pretty-
the electrical guy
clear.
can turn stuff to
Shadow
sand.
Realm's weird, man.
That's,
Pretty clear how it happened. Pretty clear, but now is not the time.
As he was like shouting in Gaelic and green energy comes out of his hands. It's like,
Yeah, no, it wasn't subtle. Wasn't subtle. So
Swamp gas. It was swamp gas.
swamp gas. Yep.
Yep, weather balloon, right?
Mhm.
That's
Sure.
what they call me.
So yeah, I guess I will just keep on with the fighty fight, and I am directly engaging of the threat
Mm-hmm.
once again. So let me see how this goes. That is 6 on the dice, but plus my
Danger.
plus my danger is a 9.
All right. This is yeah, so you would get to pick one thing from the list unless anybody, well, let's see. I think Sumac is there. You could do help if that made sense to you to use a team from the pool, or we don't have to. We've got 3 team in the pool. If you wanted to help him get to a 10 plus, that's doable or not.
I think that sounds great.
Okay.
I'm
Tell
going
us
to help
how
you.
how are you helping?
So you are engaging with Atlas still?
I'm fighting with Atlas.
Cool. Then I am going to say that I manipulate the sand underneath him just a little, like to make it more slippery underneath Atlas.
Mm.
So that he kind of is a little more off balance and he can't react as well because it's is slippy now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Tantrum, you're able to get in there. You're trading blows. Just he's still trying to laser you, and is like, why isn't this working?
What is happening? So with the 10 plus, so that takes me to a 10. So I'm gonna avoid his blows, and I'd like to take something from him, which is his footing. So
Okay.
I'd like to knock him prone.
And I'm gonna add a minor complication here. Now you're metal right now, right?
Yep. Oh, yep.
Okay. So Sumac, you're helping out with trying to make sure that Atlas is going to lose his footing while Tantrum is just getting in there and landing blow after blow. The two of you are clearly in control of this fight, but the electrical guy got away from you for a second and leaps onto Tantrum's back, shoulders, and electrifies Tantrum, which bothers Tantrum not at all.
Yep.
But the electricity goes through him into Atlas. And there's it's just a complicating factor right now. Tantrum, like, you are starting to feel the tingle. You're like, oh, okay, that's something.
That's yep.
It could be a problem eventually. Like if you've ever licked a 9-volt,
That was my first thought. I was like, oh, it's that battery looking feeling.
Yeah. And it's intensifying, right? If you stay grappled with this guy, it's going to get bad. He is like anybody else would be on fire right now. Like, where you have knocked down Atlas, like parts of his clothes are starting to blacken and scorch, right?
Yeah.
Where you're touching him because it's conducting through you. Sumac, I imagine you've taken a step back like, woo, that's...
Don't come so close.
Master Binder, don't lick batteries. It's a gateway. Okay. And then Sumac, your actual, so that was your helper thing, but what are you wanting to do in your own time? The tingle means it's working. That's good. Team Banana. Thank you.
So I'm going to roll for burn because I feel like this is a good time.
Yeah.
With the introduction of now it's meet both parents again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like you.
And rando friend from next door.
Yep.
Yeah.
That kooky neighbor.
Whoever this dude is needs to read the room a little.
Yeah.
Give some space. Good stuff to work out. Well, floor dice don't count. Let's go ahead. Come back here.
Hey, welcome folks in chat. Welcome Eli. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Eli.
Got a few folks joining in now. Everything's under control here. No problems whatsoever.
How are you?
I rolled a 9 plus my 3 conditions, so I got a 12.
Right. Yes, you add your conditions to roll for burn. Right.
Yes.
So you just get 3 burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
No extra conditions.
No.
Good job.
Which is good. Good.
See, it's good to have a few conditions.
Definitely. It definitely works out always in your favor and definitely not ever a hindrance.
Now, as you fire up, I can tell, I'm just going to give you some free information as you're like pulling your sort of bio-awareness and getting ready to do something. You can tell that this electrical guy is completely biological and generated, like creates bioelectricity. It's not like from cybernetic implants or something like that. It's probably unimportant side information, but just for your reference, you could sort of see his electrical skeleton and as you're like, getting your focus. It's probably unimportant, but what do you do?
I am going to I'm gonna use worship.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which is I put out a tremendous display of my might and I spend a burn to awe an audience into silence, respect, and attention.
Okay.
And in this case, the audience, I want it to be bioelectrical guy, and Atlas.
Okay.
And get the attention of Obscura. Like basically, my audience in this situation is the bad guys here.
Okay. Obscura is kind of looking away, but what does worship have a role associated with it?
And I'm going to unleash my powers.
Okay.
Let's do this roll first. We'll see how good this gets.
Yeah.
So that is real good because I rolled an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fantastic. So what does it look like with your bio powers to become worshipable?
I'm gonna take the bioelectricity that our little leech is doing and create and become like a flare. Does that make sense? Like, it's basically using it. I'm going to draw it to me. I guess maybe a lightning rod might be a better
yeah, okay. Sure.
visual there.
Sort of like mimic his biological ability.
Yeah, and like use it to draw, but like really like use my power to draw it to me like it's like I am a lightning rod. Like instead of the bioelectricity hitting Tantrum any longer,
right?
It's going to arc to me.
Sure.
And make me really, really bright.
Sure.
Like it's that glow, that afterburn of electrical, like when you see a lightning bolt hit.
Yes. And I think what I'm gonna accompany that with let's see. So Sylvan and Noir are sort of outside, but Obscura looks down and sees you from her sort of position on high. Atlas, Lightning Guy is like flipped around, like what is happening? It's almost like the lightning like dragged him off of Tantrum. Sorry, Tantrum. Okay. But also, Tantrum, you have a chance to look back and see like what is happening. It's that super bright, like where the shadows are like burnt onto the wall around you for a moment. And in that moment, Noir, you can actually feel this happen from all the way out there. You can feel Sumac tear through the boundary between the shadow world and emerge. Like Sumac has left the shadow world by tearing through that. And there's like a sort of raggedy open portal right now, which probably somebody should do something about eventually. But so all the color doesn't leach out of the world. But it's a minor thing, whatever. And Sumac, as you emerge, like you yourself are like, whoa, that's a very bright light. And as that begins to fade, what's that?
I should get some shades.
Sure. Just to give yourself a nictating membrane of, a dark film there. No?
Maybe when Hopeless comes around.
Adaptive.
I could do that ostrich in the sand thing.
But as that sort of fades, you realize that you're seeing colors again. And your friends are sort of this amorphous, like you know right where Tantrum was specifically. The others are kind of out there and you're not 100% sure what's happening with them. But Tantrum is this like ghostly figure that you know who it is, but you wouldn't be able to recognize him if you didn't know it was Tantrum. It's just a like anthropomorphic, it's 2 arms, 2 legs, head, like very like human shaped, but shadow ghost, like collection of black mist kind of thing. So, and that's probably why Atlas looks so confused. And as Atlas and the Shocky guy are adjusting, they're now able to see you more clearly, and you're realizing they were seeing you like you can see Tantrum now, and you're starting to put some things together.
Can we call Shocky Guy 9-volt?
Yep, 9-volt. It is. So it shall be.
So now there's a portal to the normal world open.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little raggedy and ripped, but it's not like the nice, like perfect round portals that you make. But she did just, like, not on purpose, but you did just kind of rip your way out of the Shadow Realm by...
When have I ever done anything good on purpose? Let's be real.
Now, I want to cut to up on top of the, not rubble of the Ark, but there's a lot of damage to this building. Noir and Sylvan, just, very awkwardly gaining their feet. And Noir, you are doing your own sort of like shadow tendril construct.
Does Noir see that portal opened?
I think you feel it more than anything. You can't you don't have direct line of sight to what's going on down there.
Okay.
But it's something that is just like, you wouldn't be able to miss it, right? It's just like a really significant thing that just happened.
Okay. Because right after this awkward, glad you didn't die moment, she's going to be like, oh, portal opened. And grab Sylvan and going to shove him through the portal. Basically, she's not going to follow because she is more powerful in the Shadow Realm, but she is going to shove, without any warning, just toss Sylvan through the portal and try to shut it behind him.
Okay. Sylvan, is there any resistance to that? Well, here's the thing. All you know is you've been picked up,
Right.
and she's gonna throw you somewhere. I think you trust Noir, but I don't want to.
No, I'm trying to he definitely wants. He trusts her. I'm trying to decide if he trusts her.
Yeah, I think she will. She's gonna basically like grab him, and be like, "Trust me, it's gonna be okay," and then give him a kiss on the cheek, so he's dazed.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Is that effective? Okay, super effective.
Yeah.
And then toss him through the portal.
Okay. So. And then the other thing you were saying was toss him through. Oh, and then try to close it. So I'm just gonna have you roll to unleash your powers, because throwing your friend like a dart is easy.
That's plus free. I'm pretty sure I have a +1 to that now. So yep. All right, that is a 7.
Okay.
I rolled doubles.
So. Okay, go ahead and take a thread. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but so you climb back down in there, throw Sylvan through the portal, and then you try to like grab the edges of the portal, and it's sort of like do you do any like knitting or sewing or anything like that in real life?
Like it's like basically
Yeah. So
Doing,
it's like you're trying to grab it, and then the piece next to it is falling apart, and you're like, no. And then that piece is falling apart, and you're like, you just need to hold it in like 15 different places at the same time, and it'll be fine.
I feel like I imagine it's like her trying to take one of the shadows and like sew it up, but it's like she can't quite. It's literally she can't thread the needle. It's just
Right.
not working.
Yeah. So
But she's trying.
the unstable thing is you can keep working at this and make progress, or you can leave it alone. But if you want to close it, you're going to have to keep focused on this. And so that's your choice. Do you want to keep focused on this or leave it?
She is going to keep focused on it to shut it because she does not want, like, she and her mom can probably get out of there, but she does not want someone coming back through.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's going to like take the time to close that.
Okay. So you're going to have a turn where you're sort of occupied for now.
Yeah.
Let's check back in with Tantrum. Tantrum, what's happening with you? Yeah, and by the way, you saw, the super bright light. You can see that Sumac has made some sort of transition here. Sylvan is launched through, and you can see there's something different. And so it's very easy for Tantrum to go like, I get what that is. That's a portal out of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the portal.
Okay. Yeah, you
So-
slip past Noir as she's like trying to put this back together. You're like whoop, and
Dive through.
color returns. You can very clearly see Atlas and 9 Volt, and now they can clearly see you as well. And by the way, your metalness, is it like gunmetal gray? Is it shiny? You know,
It's
T1000?
like shiny chromy. Yeah,
Chrome.
it's like
Yeah,
shiny
okay, cool.
chromy.
Awesome.
Yep.
And yeah, you slip right through the portal. You're back in the world of light. What do you do?
I'm still gonna do with the punchies.
Okay.
Uh,
9 Volt is essentially out of commission. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like slumped against the wall and staring at Sumac, like, huh? Like, so,
Yeah, I don't care about 9 Volt.
Yeah.
9 Volt's just, a hanger on here. Atlas is the main event, so I'm gonna, try to knock him out finally. Like,
Okay.
really just knock him out of this fight.
okay, so we're gonna engage a dangerous threat.
Yeah.
Directly engage a threat.
That's good.
Nailed it.
That's a good one. That's a 10. Yep, that's a 10.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you get to pick a couple things from that list.
Yes. So I would like to.
And if you don't pick resist or avoid their blows, you're gonna have to take a powerful blow. So that's your
Got it.
choice.
I'm gonna pick resist or avoid their blows, and I'm gonna take something from them. And I would like to take his consciousness. From
Okay,
him.
well, I don't know if we can fully knock him out on this.
Oh.
He is, but I don't want to take that option away from you. So like, you could certainly take something from him, but he's still very much in the fight. He hasn't taken enough hits to
Okay.
just
all right.
get a free knockout.
Yep. Okay. Sure. I wasn't sure.
Nope,
Figured I'd
totally fair to
go
ask.
for broke.
You got to swing for it.
Yep. Well. I already knocked him prone once.
Yeah, and he's sort of like scooted back and fighting you from the floor, trying to
Yeah.
like defend himself.
Let me see. I guess I'll create an opportunity. I'll avoid his blows and create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. What does that opening kind of look like?
Well, it's just that he is totally focused on me.
Okay.
And so, he's not paying attention to anyone else
Okay.
here at all.
Also, part of the opportunity is that he is blasting you with lasers that are then like reflecting and refracting all around, and it's also going off like shrapnel, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Sylvan, Sumac, you're sort of having to like dive out of the way. He even tries to like he puts his hand up, kind of is trying to put it up over your eyes, and you can all see this like horrible strobe effect that the movie would definitely need a warning about. But you're able to just like close your eyes, and the metal eyelids are able to block out the worst of that. The rest of you are just you like look away in time as this, like, you're seeing the room light up in this like strobe effect, but it's not as bad as getting it firsthand. Oh,
Nope, it was an accident. My computer auto-played something.
Oh,
It should not
okay.
have Auto-played.
and wait, what was your well, what was
Wait.
the thing you were saying on loop in our other game?
Oh, it was my little.
Oh yeah, my little.
My little.
That was epic. If you have a chance to go back and watch our what's that game system called?
Savage World.
Savage Worlds, yeah.
Worlds.
Our Savage Worlds sort of modern fantasy game on Happy Jacks. That was that was a great moment.
The weirdest glitch ever.
Okay, so and we don't have to go in any particular order. So if somebody has if somebody wants to take advantage of this opening that Tantrum has made,
Yeah.
I kind of want to do one of those things where, like, when Noir tossed Sylvan through this accidental hole in reality. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. That it kind of like threw Sylvan into me. Like it threw Sylvan into Suba.
Ideally, yeah. That's the thing
But
we would
you
all like to see
get-
happen.
Yes.
Into
And
your
you get that
embrace.
kind of like awkward eye meeting,
My
faces 3 inches apart situation.
Yeah, my preference would be thrown into you, and then you get like one of you is like backed up to the wall as you're like, whoa, like real close. So you can decide who's where. But I love that feeling of like, huh, and maybe Noir just catches a corner of that, like, wait, what? What's going on down there?
She's like, this is not my intention.
Yeah.
She's like trying to shut the portal. She's just like, wait.
Oh, that's right. You're actually down there, like where the portal is, trying to fix this, and you're seeing them like, no, focus on the portal. Wait, don't kiss.
But that wasn't. Just made some choices sooner.
Yep.
Um,
This is so good and complicated. I love it. Okay, so yeah, you get sort of crashed into there, Sumac and Sylvan. What are the two of you doing about it?
I have a move, but I'm trying to decide if I want to use it because it kind of does what Tantrum just did, but maybe adding something to it. I'll just try it. So the move is, are you watching closely? I took it on one of my advancements from the Delinquent Playbook. When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll superior. On a hit, they're fooled, and then there's more mechanics. So I want to say loudly, within earshot of Atlas, that Noir closed the portal, but it doesn't look good. I'm trying to scare Atlas into thinking that something is wrong with Noir, so he fucks up, and so we can get a better shot at him.
Okay, let's roll it.
Okay. These two dice are doing well. That's a 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. On a 10 plus, choose 3. So I would like to confuse them for some time. Expose a weakness or flaw. And get an opportunity.
Okay. So Atlas does look confused, and the weakness that you expose is he is sort of like trying to push past Tantrum at least, and trying to look like he could sort of see, but you could tell like he is so divorced from the world of shadow, like him personally, that he is like desperately helpless to try and help. No, like he's trying to scramble over there, like, no, Noir, don't get stuck. It's don't get stuck in there. And he's like trying to get over there. And Noir, you're just on the other side of this shadow portal that you could go through if you wanted to, or whatever. But you could see he's like scrambling through the rubble and trying to get over it. And he can't really see you, but he's like squinting into the portal and like trying to get your attention, like, no, just come through. And he's like getting a little panicky. Sylvan, what opportunity do you want to take?
I would like to that's a great question. I didn't get that far. I didn't think I was going to get this far. I would like to I basically want to try to, like, now that has his back or facing the portal and now his back's to the rest of the group, I basically want to give them a chance to, now that we're on, terra firma, give Sumac a chance to entangle him or do something to get him stuck. Basically what I was trying to do before, but she's better at it because this is actual bio and mine was just magic.
All right.
But when I say that stuff about Noir, because I know based on what I've seen that Sumac might think I'm being serious, I give her that wink that we talked about, that character creation, that
It's so good.
Yep.
Yep.
Glitters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Twinkle.
ding.
Yeah. Lens flare. Okay.
I love it.
Sumach.
Right. So like when you start to say that stuff, I like look at you super worried, and I feel like we're both still like in this, like you've gotten tossed into me, I got backed up against the wall, so we're both like still super close. So when you wink at me and I start to smile, we're still like
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're still in that awkward like.
it's like the definitely well within the 1 foot rule of characters on television.
Mm-hmm.
And I look over your shoulder and I'm going to use Reality Storm to... Actually, you know what? I think this one calls for an overcharge. Might be. I'm going to use overcharge to... because we're still on the arc. It's just like not in the Shadow Realm anymore, right?
You two are out of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. But it's... So I'm going to call on the seaweeds
Tantrum
again.
is out
but-
too, right?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Tantrum dashed out. Yeah. Yeah.
To entangle Atlas.
Okay.
To do kind of like that cocoon wrap up thing with seaweeds.
Seaweeds. Okay. I like that. So do you have to roll something for overcharge?
No, I spend 2 burn to take a 10+ when I unleash my powers.
Yeah. Okay. So, the building's already burst open to the sky, but from underneath now, just massive bouts of seaweed are like bursting through the floor and grabbing onto his legs. And at first he doesn't notice until you start to pull him away from the portal. And he's like, what? No. And he's like trying to blast them. But, then what'd you want to do? You just wanted to like sort of contain him? Entangle?
Yeah, like the idea was to do like the seaweeds are coming in for the cocoon wrap.
Okay, cool.
Lovely scented, pungent, really great for your skin. Really tight cocoon.
Okay. Yeah, you've definitely got him wrapped up. He is trying to blast, and you manage to like get his hands together like that. And he's like, no. But we also are still dealing with, he's not unconscious for one, but we also still have Obscura sort of looming up out of the building here. And you all can see her clearly, actually, not in the way that Noir is sort of shadowy or the way Tantrum was shadowy. So it seems like Obscura might be in both realms at the same time. The sort of, totally mastered the shadow power kind of thing. So the seaweed wraps up Atlas, and he is not out for the count, but he is, most of his conditions are filled in, and he's on the struggle. Noir is still trying to shut this this rip in the Shadow Realm.
Trying to fix reality for it before she can get back to the fight.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just go ahead and take an MC move here as Obscura reaches down and pulls Noir away from the portal. Now, Noir, you have an option here. You can try to pull yourself through the portal, or let go. I'm not gonna just narrate one way or the other, but I think either way you're probably gonna have to roll defend yourself. But you can also just let yourself get grabbed if
I mean, her main goal was just to like fix reality, because like the opening portals through it's like a very controlled practice.
Mm-hmm.
So like the way they do it is very different than what's happened there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not gonna pull herself back through, because she is stronger there and would be able to handle her mother better there. So she's gonna let herself be pulled away, but she's also still gonna be like, okay, keep. She's gonna kind of like let herself be pulled, but kind of keep trying to close it as she's being pulled.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna have you roll a unleash your powers.
Yeah.
Because there's a potential that you could tear it further.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, what you have a good instinct, right? Of like, no, stay together. You won't be able to close it in this roll, but you could not rip it open, which is good.
Ooh. That's an 8.
Okay, great. So with an 8, you manage to not make it worse, but you also aren't able to close it any further before you're pulled away.
Yeah.
And you get pulled up, and we just get there's a whole bunch of back and forth with these like shadow tendril figures as you're sort of rising to you and your mom are sort of like above the building now, up on your tendrils. Like there's a whole lot of back and forth, just almost shadow kaiju battle up there. So that's going on. And Noir, what is your like? What do you want to try to accomplish in this battle with your mom?
I mean, her goal is if she wishes her parents would see the light on things, for lack of a better term. So I think she's kind of just like, Mom, we're about to launch your daughter into space for this. Like, what are you doing?
Okay. So you want to appeal to her humanity. I'm going to have you roll provoke someone.
Okay.
That is plus your superior, and if you have guilty marked, you have to take a -2.
I did clear that.
Okay.
But because I raised my savior and lowered my superior, this isn't great.
Oopsie.
Oh, well, it's a 6.
Okay, I don't think there's a way somebody could provide aid in this situation, but if the other option is you could use it selfishly, but I don't know how we could make that argument either. I'm open to it, I just can't think of what to suggest.
I don't think Noir would use it selfishly.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think that's just for her, she's just kind of like, she's more focused on keeping her mom's attention on her.
Yeah. Now, I am
means
open.
Less damage.
If anyone can think of a way that you could help Noir make her argument of like, Mom, what the hell? I'm open to it. I'm just I don't know what that would look like. I mean, Sylvan has good words. That's probably the one thing I could think of, but I don't know if Sylvan is aware enough of the fight up above.
I mean, It also could just fail. It's okay.
No, I know, but I want to give everyone the chance to do the thing.
And I'm totally fine if I need to roll on this at all, but could the emotional effect that Atlas is going through have any effect on Mom? I don't know if that's a thing, because I convinced him, can he say something because I affected him in some way?
Yeah, that was my thought too, is like, because Atlas was trying to help Noir because Noir was in danger.
Right. You know what? If you want to spend a team, I'll make something happen.
Yeah, I will absolutely do that.
Okay. We've got one team left in the pool. And your previous maneuver of getting Atlas thinking about Noir's well-being more than anything else has him like kind of pushing everyone away and doing this like super jump thing that he can't fly, but he has like Jessica Jones jumps, right? And
he can beam it. He can do the Iron Man thing.
Okay, cool. That's fine too. He blasts his way out of there and is trying to reason with Obscura at this point. Is like, no, listen to her. Like, he can barely see Noir because you're all the way in the Shadow Realm.
He also, I guess, doesn't know about the space thing.
Probably doesn't know that she shot you into space. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you? Oh, you just said you. Did you
just want? So yeah, like she was like, you just launched me into space. That could have killed me. How far is this like going to go for you?
Okay. And that, I think that's the thing that gets Atlas. He's like, wait, you did what? It's like, what? Our daughter, what? And so her attention is now split. He goes up there, and is, trying to, he's using beams to try to just like cut the tendrils that are holding Noir, and eventually is able to cut you free. However, his one condition left. She actually just tendril whacks him across the face, knocks him out, and is then picked him up and is carrying him behind her in one tendril. So he's knocked out, and
seem like a healthy
Noir,
relationship
you're
at all.
freed, right? She hasn't grabbed you, and is but is somewhat split in attention now. So Noir, I'm gonna ask you what you want to do next.
I mean, I feel like she's gonna be a little bit like, oh, maybe my dad does care a little bit. Just kind of having a moment of like, oh, at least one parent cares if I live or die, while the other one's trying to actively kill me.
Well, she was just gonna send you to a faraway planet to live forever somewhere else.
Which probably was not gonna work out the way she thought it would. Going through a black hole. We know.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild thing for a parent to do.
Yeah.
Bit of an overreaction, really.
But I want to I'm trying to think if I want to do fight the good fight. I can't do never give up, never surrender, because I would have to take a powerful blow for that to work.
Well, that can be arranged.
I mean,
actually,
definitely...
no. That's your dad getting knocked out. Absolutely, is you taking a powerful blow.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Then yeah, I'm gonna use never give up, never surrender, so that I can use that instead of a basic move.
Even though you just threw off his influence, right, and did all of that.
Now I'm having feelings.
Yep. Families are complicated. And I do want to just check in real quick. Is everyone okay with content at this point? We always have the X card on the table, and I don't want to step in any dangerous territory for anyone. So always feel free.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll this plus savior. Oh no. Wait. Haha! Plus savior. That's fine. That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. So what does it say? What does your move say on an 8?
On a set. So for this, you can mark. I have to mark a condition, and I get an opportunity or opening against attacker. I rally from the hit and inspire the team, or I keep my attacker's attention. So I'm going to keep her attention now.
Okay.
And go after her.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the two of you are just.
I think that made me angry.
Yeah, that seems fair. Yeah.
That pissed me off. Like, oh my god, you can't even this. And I think this is not common for her. Normally, if Atlas was trying to appeal to her, she would listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she didn't, she was like, oh no, you can treat me however you want, but you do not get to treat him like that, and is pissed.
Yeah.
So now she's attacking her.
Okay. Yeah, so Mom is going full Ursula over here. And Noir, you're slightly smaller, but able to keep up, and part of Mom's attention is holding Atlas. You know, he's like knocked out, but she's like got him wrapped up to take home, I guess. Like, I don't know, it's yucky. You're not supposed to beat up the person you're coming to save. I'm pretty sure that's a rule.
Yep, generally.
So, what are the rest of you doing? There's just this massive back and forth. Noir is somehow holding her own against this much larger shadow presence. You can see Obscura actually better than you could see where Noir is, but you could see Obscura fighting Noir, and that's why you could tell where she is mostly. So what do y'all want to do?
How high up in the air are they?
Maybe like 40, 50 feet above the building, you know, so
Right.
60, 70 feet from where you are down in the building.
Do you want to get up there?
I was going to say, is anyone familiar with the Cannonball Special?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I can fly. I can fly you up there and drop you onto
fly?
Earth.
That's also fine, yep.
He can fly, he can fly,
fly.
he can fly, he can fly.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's fly.
Great. And
Is
I
this
still
like-
got 2 sets of wings.
Scoop him up under the armpits or...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
hug...
Just,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, scoop it under the armpits. Yep.
Yep, take me up above her and then drop me on her from a great height.
Okay, so Sylvan, let's have you do a unleash your powers.
Okay.
I am so close to getting another advantage.
That is an 11.
Yes, outstanding. You scoop Tantrum up, and you're like, oh wow. Well, actually, Tantrum, you could probably go to Meat Boy.
Yep, I'm Meat Boy.
temporarily.
I'll Meat Boy for this part.
Yeah.
Yep.
And did you ever play that video game?
Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy.
No.
Oh.
There is, if I am correct, there it is. If anyone wants to know what Super Meat Boy is, I just put him in the chat.
Yeah. There's also a great documentary about the making of that and Braid and Fez that is really interesting. But anyway, Sylvan, you launch into the air, you take Tantrum up, and are able to drop him when he says, okay, this is good. Tantrum, you change back to metal midair, and you're dropping in on Obscura. It sounds like directly engage a threat to me.
Yep, that's
or
what
possibly
I do.
defend. That's
I'm gonna go with directly engage.
okay. Just asteroid elbow drop.
Yep, that is a 10.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, you get multiple options. Was that 2 options?
2 options. I'm going to resist or avoid their blows.
Okay.
So I don't have to trade blows and create an opportunity for an ally.
Okay.
So I thump her real good.
Yeah. You drop down on her shoulder. She wavers a little bit. One of her tendrils just vanishes. Because that's her concentration, right? Like none of this is like her actual body. It's just all a projection. And Noir, you have an opening if you want it. Sumak, you have an opening if you want to make it. Sylvan, you're sort of recovering from this drop off of like, and there's like, tendrils all over the place. But let's check in with Sumak and then we'll come back to Noir.
Okay, I'm gonna I guess I'll try. I have one last burn left, so I am going to use it to reality storm. I guess it's channel a destructive burst with my powers, and this is gonna be another like supercharged set of seaweed since I've got it handy and available. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm retconning this.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend my last burn to snatch. which is spend 1 burn to use your powers to seize anyone. This says object, but it's the size of a person from someone within view.
Okay.
And I'm going to snatch Atlas.
Atlas. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. Okay. What does that look like? How do you get up there? How do you do that?
I am I'm going to say in this case that I use my powers to do like bring back my wings in as as fun as that is. And then come in under Obscura, like while she's busy with Noir, while she's busy with Tantrum, and like hook Atlas underneath the arms.
Yeah. And let's get him out of there.
And get him out of there.
Okay. That's perfect.
No one deserves to be in a relationship like that.
Yeah, agreed. So you grab him, and that tendril actually like just vanishes into smoke as you yank him out of there. And she turns to be like, no. And, he was behind her. So Noir, your mom has turned her back on you to chase after Sumac and your dad.
So Noir is going to grab her and try to basically turn her back to her. Mm-hmm. And once again, like kind of like this time, but this time they're going to be like, she's going to be like holding her arms kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And be like, look what you're doing.
Okay.
Look what you've done to Dad.
So this would be a provoke someone, unless you have a move or something that you wanted to use.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think, because it doesn't, like, all of my legacy moves are like how they affect me and not how I affect them.
Oh yeah. I mean that's part of it. At least she doesn't have. I don't know. She still has influence over you too.
Yeah. So she could very much make me very sad right now if she wanted to.
Okay.
But yeah. So I'm gonna try to provoke her.
I like it. What could go wrong?
Well, that's that's a 5.
Oh. Total?
Yes. I have a -1. I made my superior a -1.
Oh, right.
Oh, no.
I have a +3 to savior.
Okay. Well, you grab on her shoulders and you're like, look what you've done. And she turns and one of the tendrils it doesn't like smack, it just like pushes you pretty far, and you're able to like recover in the air and shoot tendrils down and like start coming back, but she just like has really dismissed you and pushes you back and just says like, what a disappointment. And I'm gonna need you to roll to reject her influence. Well, hold on. First, I would like you to mark helpless if you don't have it marked already. Hopeless, I mean, not helpless.
Okay.
And then we'll roll to reject influence, which only has a minus if you have the other thing. Insecure marked. Do you have insecure marked?
No.
Okay.
I only have angry and hopeless right now.
So just 2 flat dice.
That's a 5.
Okay. So in rejecting influence, to reject influence on a hit, successfully hold to yourself, tune them out. On a 7 and 9, you can choose one. On a miss, their words hit you hard. Mark a condition, and I am going to adjust your labels.
So, I guess that's insecure, probably?
Yeah. And I am going to mark your superior down and mundane up.
Oh, I have the lowest superior possible now.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. You don't get very good superior as the legacy to begin with.
Yeah, you kind of have to work at it. Because they're used to just, trading on their reputation as opposed to like, yeah, anyway.
No, it's the danger one that I don't really get. Like, they don't give the legacy. Legacy starts with a -1 to danger.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
That kind of makes sense because you're not gonna hurt people. You're gonna find other ways of doing it normally.
Yeah.
If you're thinking of it as like a Superman trope.
Yeah.
I thought that was more than Nova.
Oh no, Nova's Jean Grey.
Nova is, yeah, I was about to say Jean Grey and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, they're out of
Yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Depends on which Superman, I guess. But yeah,
All right.
okay.
So Tantrum, I think, is also Tantrum, would you have wanted to try to hold on? Like you dropped onto her, did a good hit. Would you be like trying to still wrestle with her?
I mean, I've got to hold on to something because I can't fly, so
Yeah. Okay.
I'm holding on.
So that's where Tantrum is. Sumac, you've grabbed Atlas and you've like moved back a little bit. Is that what you were going for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's check in with Sylvan. What are you up to?
I'm flying around trying to figure out what to do. Because, well, she just did some crazy stuff to my poor Noir.
Noir's not feeling so great.
Don't have. Based on what Noir's told Sylvan about her powers and how they work, what would happen if all of a sudden she or Obscura were in total darkness?
Well, Obscura sort of can't get more powerful because she's always somewhat in the Shadow Realm. But Noir's power is better because she's in Shadow Realm right now, but she's not in total darkness.
Well, what I mean is, like, if I were to use a spell to extinguish all the lights in the hall that we're in.
Yeah, well, y'all are sort of up above the building.
Oh,
at
that's
this
right.
point.
We're above
Yeah,
now.
all this
Yeah.
is happening above.
That's true. I forgot.
Also, in a normal, like, so I feel like that's a move you've used because if she's not in the Shadow Realm, that makes her stronger. I don't know how if it affects her being in a different reality.
Right.
Well, now but that's a thought though. You might be able to do something similar and try to limit Obscura's access to the Shadow Realm.
Okay, I like that.
Because
I like that.
I'm
plan.
sure the Fae are, they walk the realms, so it wouldn't surprise me if you have access to things like this. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let me unleash.
thanks everyone for coming to hang out. We're almost ready to wrap up for today, but we always appreciate you coming.
Okay, that is 8 on the dice plus 2 for free because of 10.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're trying to, well, more like turn on the lights, I guess, in a way, and limit Obscura's access to the Shadow Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, her abilities falter. The tendril battle like shrinks down a little bit as she's a lot more like Noir sized at this point. And Tantrum, you're right there as she falters and misses a step. Tantrum, how do you want to follow up there?
I guess with a punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's roll danger.
Danger, Will Robinson. Oh, thanks God for my +3 because that's a 7.
Oh, God. Okay,
We
that
are
makes sense
riding this wave of like just barely getting it
Just
today.
I
just
love it though
making happen.
because she is so much more powerful than you guys that it's this desperate like get in there.
Ugh. So
Yeah, you get to pick something from that list.
I'm gonna have to take the blow. So I'm gonna create an opportunity and take a powerful blow.
Okay, so the opportunity is going to be her like she's shrunk down. She's turned to like put all her focus onto like slamming you to the deck. That's fine. You're made of metal. Like you're
I'm good.
borderline invincible, but she just slams you down so hard. Anybody else would be wrecked. But slams you down, crumbles another part of the roof of this place.
Yeah.
The opportunity, Noir, your mom has completely turned her back to you. And you may want to take advantage of that. But before we do, Tantrum, I need you to roll take a powerful blow. Because you did get your bell rung a little bit. Even if you're not physically injured, it's still like, whoa.
Ooh, that's a 5.
Oh, good. Okay, yes. We want to fail at that.
Yes.
Okay, so mark a potential. And no further damage required. So good job. Noir, it's time to follow up.
Yeah.
She just said something horrible to you. She's throwing your friends around, but Sumaka's gotten your dad to safety.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Noir is very thankful for.
Oof, Dork Lord Canada.
Mwah.
For those just listening, DLC says mom turned her back a long time ago. Boulevard of Broken Dreams begins playing.
Wow.
Oh, my feels. Ouch.
Anyways, I'm a big Green Day nerd. It's fine.
Same.
Never give up. I'm trying to I'm just kind of keeping relying on my moves because my labels are shifted in ways.
Yeah. What's your danger at?
-1.
Well, that's not so bad. It's better than your superior.
Yeah. It is superior to my superior, if you will.
Is this a situation where I could possibly comfort or support with my words?
I'm open to it, but I'm having trouble picturing it. So if you could paint a picture for me.
Well, can I count her telling me I'm a disappointment as taking a powerful blow?
I think we did that, right?
Oh, does that count that way? Oh, it did. Yeah. So then I'm never give up, never surrender.
Oh no, it wasn't take a powerful blow. It was tell her how the world works.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to run the risk of rolling the never give up, never surrender, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I'm going to do that.
And if it doesn't go well, then we're going to have you take a powerful blow, but that's the risk of the
fine.
move. $87.
8.
8. Okay.
I had to think about this. I was like, what is it?
Okay.
I think I have a +3.
And what does never give up say?
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, I have to work condition. All right. I am so close to this. But I can get an opportunity or an opening against your attacker, rally from the hit and inspires the team, or keep your attacker's attention. So I'm going to rally and give a team pool back to the team.
Okay, well, let me offer you this instead. If you would like to take an opportunity against the attacker, she's turned her back to you. You have overcome her horrible words. If you would like to roll with danger, I'll let you roll with advantage, where you roll 3 dice and take the better 2, even though you have a
Okay.
-1 danger. It's
I'm also going to take the guilty condition because she feels. Yeah, you know what? I am going to attack her because that'll make the guilty condition make sense. Oh, I am dangerously close to.
Oh,
I have
well,
one
let me
condition.
ask first. You don't have afraid marked, do you?
No,
Okay, so that's the only thing that would hurt your directly engage a threat roll. So
no, that's the last one I have.
okay, well, I think this is probably the move if you want. Otherwise, we can hand it off to someone else if you want.
No, I will take the opportunity and I will attack. So she's gonna feel guilty about this because I have to mark a condition.
Yeah.
This, so it makes sense. She's just like that stung mom, and she's gonna just go. It's gonna be like a pretty. Normally she's pulling her punches. This is a pretty like hard attack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your mom sucks.
Okay. That is a 7.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Okay. So, we just needed a hit. If is there something on directly engaged that you want to pick?
Let me look at it.
You don't need to resist or avoid their blows.
No.
Because this is actually her last condition as well.
I would imagine surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, she's just because this is like, it's like if this were like an anime, this is like the angry crying attack where it's just like, I am so done.
Yeah.
And like all force behind it is just going despite all of exhaustion.
Yep. No, I like it.
And I see it as like she just like pushes them both to the ground at a frightening speed.
Yeah, with Tantrum too, I guess.
Is Tantrum locked on with her? Or?
Yeah, he was kind of like in a wrestle, but that's
Oh,
fine.
no, she smacked.
got
No,
slammed
Oh no,
to the
that's
deck.
right. That's right. Yeah, he got slammed over there.
yeah.
So yeah, this is like just slam them both to the ground.
Yeah,
Real
and
emotional move.
the force of your hit is so surprising to her because she had completely written you off, not even worried about it. And yeah, you just, between Sylvan having cut off her access to the Shadow Realm somewhat, Tantrum's distractions, and Sumac, pulling your dad to safety and giving you the chance to get that perspective, you just slam into Obscura, knock her to the ground. As she's falling, her tendrils evaporate as she goes unconscious, and you sort of catch her and, put her on the ground.
Oh, it's not. It's all reckless. It's all.
Oh,
there's
okay,
no
well-
soft. There's no soft landing here.
Okay, well, you crash to the ground and next to Obscura, and she's bruised and bloodied, and the rest of the arc is there's like a couple people causing problems, but at this point, like the other folks who are here for rehabilitation are also helping. Of like Rhino has come out and just started like, no, stop it. This is not how we were in group about this. No, which, by the way, I'm not making it. I don't, I'm not joking about therapy, because therapy is good and everyone should do it. But that's our scene. Rhino has taken to therapy very well and is like trying to get his fellow folks there to get themselves
Just
under
because
control.
Rhino's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Exactly.
I'm just picturing like Bane in Harley Quinn with.
Oh,
Oh my god. Bane running the pit was, well, I don't know if I've laughed that hard. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, we see this crash down, and I think the camera just sort of pans up and away, and we actually get to see the rainbow in color now, as that we were falling down and saw this, and we see the rainbow in the distance. I know we're over time, but I'd love to get just a little epilogue of where we are a few weeks from now. Our intermission campaign will probably spring up again at some point when Star Wars needs to take a break for whatever reason. So I don't think we have to say goodbye to these characters forever. So let's would anyone like to go first on where we are a few weeks from now?
I mean, I think Tantrum's just, doing the same stuff that we've been doing, just fighting the good fight. I think Noir's celebrity from this big fight and beating her parents has taken a little of the heat off of him, so he's a little more, gets to be a little more anonymous, and is enjoying that.
Cool. Anyone else? I forget. Did you all have like a base or clubhouse or anything?
We never did.
We never talked about it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think we should have a clubhouse that
Yeah.
we hang out at.
I think you're able to find there was a house that your mother had that was sort of like when she is arrested to go to the rehabilitation center, this like passes as your property. Noir is like this is your house, and there's probably like a whole basement section that the investigators never found, but you're like, ooh, the shadows, there's like a little shadow base in there. So I'm sure there's something like that.
Yeah. She's like, well, we have I don't think she's like too thrilled about it. I think it's a little weird because she's like, this is
Yeah.
my parents' base, but like, we have a base now.
You definitely
So
have
I
to
feel like-
redecorate.
I think Noir's been spending a lot of time there though, because the spotlight was probably too big for like that was like I don't really want to be famous for this, but like I imagine she's a bit insecure after all that and been kind of like having a harder time with the cameras, so she's been spending a lot of time like redecorating the base with her aunt. And like getting the tech set up and like just making sure things are good, building like a little video game couch area for like everybody to relax at once in a while, and like a gym, and just like she's really put all of her energy into that. Also might be ignoring that she has to address feelings for people, and it's happened. She's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I'd like to
Very
know more about
awkwardly.
that. Sylvan, how are you doing?
I think in an effort to give Noir the space that she needs, dealing with not wanting to be in the spotlight, he was already kind of taking over that a little bit, but like starts definitely being more like, look at me, talk to me. I am the face, look at me, so that they don't bother her much. But he definitely sends her a text at some point being like, hey, so we should probably talk about stuff, I think. And little does Noir know that he might have also sent that similar text to Sumac, because I think we all should talk about stuff.
Yeah, she's like, she gets that text from Sylvan and she's just like, text Sumac? Not like to ignore Sylvan, but like, 'cause part of her hang up is she doesn't actually know how Sumac feels.
Yeah.
No.
She knows how one half feels. So it's like she kind of sends a text of like, she tries to very, like, it's like a bit, not very direct. It's one of those like workaround, like, do you like me?
Check
No?
box, yes or no. Okay, well, that's good. Let's check in with Sumac. What are you up to a few weeks later?
Sumac has definitely been like trying to get over the whole, like, that was a lot of bio manipulation that she really does not like to do.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah, all
So
the wings and
she-
stuff, and
Yeah, and like flesh and weird electricity from some other person's body, which
Yep.
is its own
yucky. Yep.
grossness. So I think she's kind of retreated a lot into like the things that she's comfortable with. Her apartment is mostly covered in vines. There's been a lot of like just me and my plants. Like that scene in when Azazel is not Azazel, when that scene in Good Omens when he's like,
Aziraphale?
and they're all huge,
Crowley.
like massive.
Right.
Yeah, what
The-
Crowley is
Right.
taking care of his plants, but except without the threats.
Mhm.
But yeah, when she gets this text from Sylvan, and she's just really confused. And then she gets the text from Noir and is like, oh, okay.
I mean,
And
it's
she's like, and she actually texts them both back separately, and she sets up like a time for us. Like, she's like, let's go for a walk.
But at the same time.
And it's the same time.
Yeah, that's good. We should leave it there and have it be awkwardly unresolved. And we'll have something to bite into next time. Anything else that we should cover before we're heading out? Nope. Okay. Well, thank you, the four of you, for indulging me with this masks intermission. We'll be back next week, hopefully with our full Star Wars cast, and we'll be back into the Silence in the Force that Blythe is GMing for us, and we're having a really good time there. You could go to YouTube and look for Probably Okay Games to see the backlog of episodes there. And get caught up. I think we're coming up on episode 7-ish, something like that. There's no way to know for sure.
No, for
and,
sure. That's the wrong notebook. I don't know.
Let's just go around and say where we are and what we're doing and what's happening. Pooja.
It'll be session 8.
Okay.
And hi, I'm Pooja. And I keep lots of notes.
Oh, session 8 would be episode 7 because we had a session 0 or an episode 0. Yeah. Okay.
And you can find me on Twitter at LADaisy That's LADESI girl. And pretty much everywhere else is Forgotten Saves. And I am also in the 12-Sided Stories podcast and Happy Jacks RPGs on alternating Sundays, where we are finishing up right now our Murmurs at the Abyss, our Call of Cthulhu 5e game. And then our vampire game should be coming back here pretty soon.
Cool. Joey?
Hey guys, I'm Joey. You can find me on the socials at Joey Nestra. This is the only game I'm currently streaming, although I am also in that Vampire 5e game that should be coming back soon-ish. But if you want to catch up on that, you can go to happyjacks.org/shows and look for The Glittering Night, our Vampire 5e game. Where you can see me and Pooja beat absolutely terrible people. Because we're not people, we're vampires.
We're awful.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right.
Glorious.
So good at being awful.
Mm-hmm.
Blythe?
Some days I'm so sad I couldn't be in that game because of my son, because I have other Sunday commitments. But vampire, I want to play vampire so badly. What was I saying? Oh, I'm Blythe Kala. Blythe Kala 93 on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Twitches. You can follow me on all the things. I'm pretty consistent in my branding. You can find me here Saturdays at 10 a.m. We're going back to Star Wars Silence in the Force soon. Twitch.tv, it's probably okay. And then on Mondays, actually this Monday, I will be back over at Happy Jacks RPG playing Stone Top, run by Emily Vanderwerf. It's adorable little like fantasy game where we have to make sure our town is okay, and it's real cute. And it's not like heavy fantasy. It's adorable. You should definitely come watch as I play an awkward occult librarian girl.
Oh, what's that like?
I don't know.
That's funny.
That's at 7 p.m. You can catch up on our previous episodes at Happy Jacks. Is it happyjacksrpg.org?
Happyjacks.org.
Happyjacks.org.
Yeah.
I always get it mixed up because the Twitch is twitch.tv/happyjacksrpg.
Yeah.
Don't go to the other one.
I don't know. Might be something fun there.
We don't know her.
Exactly. And Jay.
Hey, y'all. You can find me on the socials at Jay Holtham in all the places where you do social things. And you can also find me on 12-Sided Stories. And and sometimes on Happy Jacks. But that's
Yep. I just finished the Heliotrope series on 12-Sided Stories. Very, very fun. Folks, if you haven't checked that out, you really should.
was a good
Pooja
time.
and Jay are in that. And Abria,
Yeah,
our
man, I gotta
mutual
say,
friend.
Abria is just such a superb GM.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, she really has. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
My name is Jason. It says so right there. The channel, It's Probably Okay, is also my Twitter. You can find most of my updates there. So Sundays, I'm streaming XCOM, basically permadeath mode. Wednesdays are No Man's Sky permadeath mode. Friday is very chill, like 2-player No Man's Sky with Sam DeLev and occasional other special guests like Blythe Kalla 93 has joined a couple times. And then Saturdays is this 10 a.m. Pacific time is almost always our Star Wars game. So tune in, hang out, have fun. And I think that's going to do it for us today. So thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, lovely cast. This was super fun to get to sit in the MC chair for a little bit. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.